toe in and toe out. Let's see. Try again.
All right, let's see. Alrighty.
I'm going to step away for a few minutes. I'll be back before qualifying starts.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's get in here.
Oh, come on.
All right. What's up, Ronan? How you doing, brother? All right, let's get some practice laps so we don't. We're the weakest link here. So what this is a it's a zone group. Everybody in the zone for the PCA is racing like let's see. Basically everybody in different tiers: pro, challenge, club, and sport. So they bring all 4 drivers in the same general region together, and then they race as a team. So that's what's going on right now. Me being the weakest link, I need to get some practice laps. So I'm definitely not the pro driver in the group. you guys hear me in Discord or no?
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Who's Angus? Oh, I see. Those are team names. Hereford. I got it.
Yeah, it's too bad I didn't watch you sooner because I picked up a lot. my line must be way off.
What's the tire situation?
What about it?
Like, are we just taking tires every other driver or what?
Yeah, no, every driver.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna be at like 75% after one driver. So that means the second driver will have to deal with tires as low as 50%. That's not fair.
Gotcha.
Okay, quality. Sure, right fuel.
Alright, let me get some,
You know what I mean? I suggested that to Joe. If you put me and Ken on the second part of the tire, we could save potentially 10 seconds because driver change is a minimum of 30 seconds. So we're not saving as much as we could in staying endurance. By double standing with one driver, you know? Does that make sense? Hello?
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
That makes sense.
Makes sense to me too. I'm not sure what you guys said for sure, but we still have the option to make an audible when we hit, and while we're getting fuel, we can decide if we take tires or not.
Well, I'm thinking my tires were going to be in the low 70s at the front. On the lefts, rather.
Yeah, see, I think the way I drive, I don't use tires a lot, and that's probably why I'm slower than most.
Well, whoever's going second is going to have, and have to decide. We'll let them decide. Whoever's driving gets to decide whether they want to take tires. But it's only going to save you 10 seconds, not the full. Not the full 20, you know. Fuel takes 20 seconds, tires take about 16 or 17. Maybe 20. The drive-through in the pit lane is 20 seconds, 23. No.
Well, I'm the weakest link, so I know me being the last puts me behind somebody on some tires.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough at stake here to warrant going out on used truck tires.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I mean, 70, anything in the 70s, I don't think that'd bother me. But
Well, it's at the end of the stint, not the beginning. That's gonna bother
You
me.
just
Right, right.
183,
that's what I'm saying, though. I don't change tires at 70. When I'm just driving by myself.
All right.
In fact, that's a lot of wear for me. That's like an hour of driving.
You done with the class? Oh. Take a break or what? It's already 8? Oh shit.
But this truck's
Don't do it. Fast.
These are always
what I'm saying. This isn't a normal endurance race, so this is kind of in a limbo here because you got to take the driver change, which is mandatory 30 seconds.
Lap time was at
You know, if I was second
154.9. That puts
and you were third,
1.7
we wouldn't
off
need
your
to do
best.
tires at all. I don't think. Well, just once.
Yeah, 1 second. Terrible call.
Alright, Patrick, you need to watch the track limits.
Cautious of the track limits too. You can't be pushing too hard, causing these guys to have off tracks. Curious of what everybody's lap times are here.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that 47.7 from Tipton is pretty impressive. But everybody, like,
Yeah,
40.
I should have practiced my fall. I didn't know I was going first, so honestly, I didn't.
yeah, that's my fault.
No worries, man. It's not going to matter. It wouldn't have changed my position. There's 3 fast guys in here that I'm never going to touch. All right, bring up the others back. All
gotta
right,
keep
my
it together,
setups.
brother.
We're going to do. All right, we got the. All right, I'm going to do the same one. I put 50 liters in the first one. It's the same set. I didn't change anything else. I just want a little more fuel in there to start with.
I think that makes sense.
Just in case. A couple liters might be better.
Jesus.
Set the brake price and leave it at 50.
Now be doing that. I need to be
Okay.
a little bit more timid on the throttle.
I beat the next team by 13 thousandths.
Oh,
Who's
wow.
number 10? Who's number 10? That's awesome.
I don't know who that is. Jordan?
So I'm guessing our other central teams didn't put their pro in first. Because I saw like Sigourney, Peter Sigourney, and Sherry Lay there.
Yeah, it looks like a spread. I mean, I assume Tipton and Townsend are both pros.
Yes, very much.
Then Harmon, or is that Daniel? And then Mario, and I know Lee Binkley's a sport.
Mario floats between pro and club. He might be.
Okay.
Yeah, Harmon's sport, but he's probably going to be club next season.
Mind these track limits. Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, I almost wouldn't be surprised if he goes to pro. He's way faster than the rest of us.
Jeez, man.
Okay.
Okay, you got your setup?
Yep. 50 liters.
I always forget about this warm up.
Yeah, I gotta get around. Let's fix this. Jesus,
I know for a fact Blake counted for his 6 wing. So he's got a lot more potential pace.
Right.
This car's weight, so it also makes the car way easier to rotate. So if you can manage it, you're faster, like I was telling you, but I don't really want to give that much work to the rest of the team, because it's good for him. I think his teammates are going to struggle with it unless they really put in some time with it. Because you really got to be smooth with it.
That's me. I'm the weakest link, y'all.
I like to build endurance sets for team sets that are built for battle.
Yeah, me too.
They aren't too finicky.
Okay, that was too much. Too excessive
You
on
need to
that
give
curve.
back the time gained.
Jesus.
Alright, just so you know, I'm starting out at neutral brake bias, and I'm going to drop it 1 click after lap 1, and then another click after lap 2, and probably leave it there. Just helps rotate a little bit more.
Okay.
I need to stop accelerating like that. It's killing me. It's killing me, kid.
Well, that was at 153.
It's important. There's not a lot of incidents for this race, so I hope everybody's tried to learn where the off tracks are. They're pretty easy here, especially that first chicane.
Yeah, because we actually lose points when we get off tracks, don't we?
You get after 40, you start getting time limit.
I think like as a team total though, I think they deduct. Like
Yeah,
for
for the
every-
standings points.
That's weird.
Yeah, I thought there was a drive-through, but according to the rules thing,
Those rules are pretty damn complicated this year.
yeah. But for this event, it's 40x is a DQ. There is no drive-through.
How many-
Oh,
how
unless
many
that's
incidents
just
do I
this
have?
session.
7 right now?
No, that's for the whole thing.
everybody know what a decent
That lap time
lap
was
is for the
1:53.2.
challenge, guys?
You're
Everybody's
currently
noticed?
0.2 slower than your best.
What's that?
I was just curious what a decent lap time was for like weaker links like me, like in the challenge.
Don't worry about lap time. Don't worry about lap time. Just worry about saving the car, right? Just protect the car. Don't get you off tracks. When you start worrying about lap time, that's when you start making mistakes, okay? You know what I mean?
Got it.
Just drive your line. Doesn't matter what your lap time is. You can't change your pace in the middle of the race. We change it before practice. Is it standing?
Rolling, I think.
Shoot. Okay, that's fine. Why I said yay on the standing start. I don't have a double clutch.
I don't either.
You know, they have a software one built in now. I haven't used it yet. All right, here we go. So, what we usually do, I need a spotter up the front. No, there's not that many cars in front of us, so it's not just someone looking backwards behind me to see if anybody's lost control and coming at me, and then somebody looking up ahead of me for traffic. At the beginning of the race, the forward looking isn't going to matter because I'm already up front. But,
Back matters.
you know what I'm saying?
I do. I will switch to looking
Just done
backwards.
at
So you
152.2.
can zoom out, go ahead, go up in the air, like we do in the practice preview or post-race previews. Post-race reviews. It's good. Something to adjust. Don't worry about Isabel. I don't know who Heppel is. Don't worry about him too. I want to tuck it behind Mendonca as soon as possible and get his draft. I don't want to get left out to dry.
Oh, just ruined my lap time.
Now delete this lap. Track limits.
This is bad. Come on, bro.
Don't want to be in the middle.
Is this still being broadcast? I have my Discord on push to talk so I don't distract the guys with chat. You know?
Isabel, you rascal.
was at 151.4.
Not good, not good. That was sloppy. I messed up. Too deep. Yep. Can't be doing that in the race.
Watch the track limits. Thanks, Patrick.
Oh, we're supposed to keep it in fourth here. Jesus. Oh. I need to focus, man. This is intense for myself. Oh, oh wow. We are broadcasting. They know that. Maybe we'll get the broadcast going on the stream. Maybe not, because the broadcast is very I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we want the broadcast or not. Let's entertain the thought. So YouTube. Huh. So if we YouTube it, we're gonna put it up there, but we're gonna let's go and pull up the actual stream, and then from there, come on, man. So let's go here, YouTube. Huh? Nothing. Just about to pull up the stream. The stream, like the PCA. The PCA one. No, I think they got me finishing the race. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it. Huh?
That door
not
very
yet.
wide
I'm about
open.
to.
Through at turn 1, but Mendoka I think has
Hold
just
on, baby.
lost a
Let me
little
check
bit of
this real
time.
quick.
Yeah, he's dropped into the clutches of Lee Peterson in the number 83 Hereford for Central Southeast. So a mistake by Mendoka, whether that's given him a slowdown penalty, and then all of a sudden Peterson was there in a flash.
Townend doing a very good job at this first two corners of the lap, because it looks like David's dropped off pretty significantly from what our shots are showing. The gap up to 1.1 seconds according to the clock. The WWZ Team 1 of David Mendoka actually falling a bit into the clutches of Leif Peterson instead, maybe potentially losing this podium if he continues to fall backwards. And then of course Thomas Isabel isn't that far behind either, so he's got to watch out, maybe losing some of this pace in the early stages. With the temperatures continuing to rise, it has gone up 1 degree Fahrenheit since the start of the race.
Yeah, and that is might unfold after the first of potentially 4 chapters for this Zone Group Championship.
And we heard the maximum for those pros up at the 25%. So that's an easy 30 minutes. Easy 30 minutes on that first stint. That's the maximum they can go. Probably to be among the first to pit.
Yeah, And they're going to have. I mean, the thing is that with the pros being capped at 25%, 25% plus or minus two laps. You know, once they get that clear air, it's going to be crucial. But at the moment, Lake Town is closing that gap. Justin Tipton. The gap was about 1.1 seconds. Townend has got it down. To about 6 tenths.
That last lap that he ran was about 5 tenths of a second than Tipton's. That's impressive. He suddenly turned up the wick that much, and he's still reeling it in. Curious how much faster this lap is going to be. You can see it's half a second between them as they head down through Coronel. As he tries to get the throttle on, it's going to be thread the needle through Biandetti. Such a chicane, especially in these cars. Afford to get a cut course penalty. All that pavement to the inside of the apexes. You've got to be spot on how far just dip over those curves. They'll come out of the final corner. Get a read on the lap times between them. Tipton may have responded nearly 6 tenths, nearly 6 seconds now. Last lap for Justin. 49.2. And 3 tenths quicker once again for the P2 car.
Yeah, it seems like Townend. Was really quick in the opening 2 sectors. He actually tore back 4 tenths off of Justin Tipton, but then lost it all. Sector 3 by nearly a tenth. So as I said, it's about that patience. You see that there is already some gravel off of the circuit, and that is coming out of I think to see gauge where they are on the track. Sometimes when you commentated on a particular circuit, quite a lot of things coming out of Poggio Secco, where there has been a little bit of gravel. Some drivers tried to push the envelope going up that hill, and have just made a little bit of a faux pas. But still, with the fact that Tipton and Townend effectively trading similar lap times. Well, Mendoka is actually starting to catch them as well. So starting to close in a little bit on each other.
Interesting. Justin used up this stuff a little bit too quickly at the start. And you mentioned that gravel over at Poggio Secco. Some of that was also John Gibson on that. When he was nudged off into that gravel, and I saw that drag.
If you let off the brake before you're done braking, you're going to rotate. So just
stay out of it.
It's better to overbrake than
just simply clean
they're not breaking enough into the last turn. Okay.
That is its own issue. The drivers.
One
thing worth noting to mention is that the rules that this car is going by in tires and fuel at the same time. That's something that I had overlooked. And that will probably pay a factor. I don't think they're going to be fueling every single time. If that's the case, you want to save it. Maybe you want to save it. That means at least one of the pit stops. Maybe you won't be able to change tires.
Yeah, and also, it's a case of the actual capacity of the tank itself. And on the 992 Cup car, it's about 29 gallons. That's 29 US gallons. That's about 110 litres of fuel that these cars will be able to run at full load, and that is including a new set of Michelin tyres on it. So you get a fight again. Fuel strategy is going to come into this. I mean, the track temperature is increasing again. Picture in picture. This is on board. Number 3 car. Harman Charolais. John Gibson for second division. East Division started to make a little bit of a comeback here after that moment going through Poggio Secco on lap number 1. So it looks like John Gibson fired up and racy, let's say.
And I can understand why. Like you said, something in the wrong. Close to 7 seconds when he was pushed off the track. So now he's having to make that all up. Full course everybody up, bunch everybody up. Whoever his teammates are also going to have the knock-on effects of shoved to the back
on an island now.
He did start intense. So he actually one from where he began this race. Time is lost.
Yeah, he's had a couple fast laps.
Can't get back.
Well, he backed me up a couple laps ago.
Yeah, I don't know what happened because he got passed too, I think.
Well, he got loose going into turn 1.
From town in Sladonka. You called it
Back up in Isabel.
Reeled them in. He reeled them in fast. Boy, did he do it now within striking range.
And he's also set. And he's also set the race on lap 7 and on lap 7 and on lap 8. 48.771. And get this. 49.435. Tipton 49.231. So half a second quicker than the race leader. Best part of 7. Best part of man in P2. So man in P2. So is on a tear.
Down the hill they run, through Casanova, through Savelli, two of the quickest corners, the quickest tracks
Are we
on the
central?
track, and it compresses at the bottom, Arrabbiata 1, comes up to Arrabbiata 2, where suddenly it all goes away, exit of the corner, one of the highest points on the track, and downhill we go again, 1, 2, and 3 on the racetrack, nose to tail, 15 minutes.
What the hell is that?
You can't go full throttle when you get to the apex at last turn. You have to like go onto the throttle really slowly because it's really easy to spin out of
I was
there.
like, what is that? A Fanatec ad? OP stream crashed? Uh-oh. That's not good. But he didn't crash, right? What's his team name? I'm so fucking lost, bro. I hate being lost. I have no idea. I need my back scratcher. I need things. Yo, they're killing me with these ads. I hate that, like, I'm at the end. Only because, like, that can't be good. Charo boys? Charo bays? They're cow species. No idea what that is, but thank you.
An issue in there as we watch that battle for P1 stay frighteningly close for Justin Tipton. And one thing we can't lose sight of as well is, yes, we've been talking about the individual drivers, and yes, this is a team race where the car, the 4 drivers in one car definitely will
Each
win.
team consists of
It
one
is
driver
about the
from
zone
each
groups
class.
earning points and adding those points
Barbell,
up.
middle, high,
And
low.
right now, look at
Those are
the
qualifying.
tower. Central Southeast has
Racing
3
in the
out of the
United
top 5.
Okay, by my
That is
calculations, you have
very
7
good
more
for
laps
them.
before to stay under 30 minutes.
When you
All right,
think
I have
about it,
8 laps in
we've
fuel,
actually
so we're
got 6 full teams from Central
These
Southeast
types, I get it
and
now.
So we
from
can
the east.
What about
drop
me?
the-
Three
set the-
teams from the west.
I guess we weren't
Fuel.
participating.
We've got 3 teams as well.
I set it to
So,
50.
Central Southeast really
'Cause I can go a little longer.
authority of
Okay.
the Zone Group Championship by, like you say, 3 teams in the top.
Oh, so are we
4
all
of
the same
West.
team? Central
They can
Southeast?
come on strong in the next phase of the race, depending on how the pit stops go.
I have
Now,
no idea what's
also,
going on,
there's
man. I'm
one
so
thing we
lost,
haven't
guys.
talked about when a team hits an
Sorry.
instant point limit, Joe.
This is all new to me.
If it's a
I'm just glad I get to be a part of it.
penalty needs to be served from cone to cone as a drive-through. The time is 25 seconds,
Well,
and that could
that's
be
where
it's not.
That's where it gets simple. The 40 incident is a hard cutoff. So there is no drive-throughs. It is a disqualification. You blip out.
Yeah, so that'll be it, game over, and that could possibly cause dramas for one of the zone groups, depending on where their respective teams are sitting. But now we're seeing that I think Justin Tipton's just being
Yeah,
given
what are
a
these
nod
pro drivers
by
putting
the
down?
team.
They don't show
Right,
none of their lap
you've
times,
got
do
the
they?
hurry up sign. Come on, start pushing, get a gap, try and build it. Don't go over the limit because otherwise it's going to cause later on in the race.
Coming down the hill, does look like Justin is responding. It is still Townend who is falling off of him bit by bit, and Mendonca becoming a bigger threat in the mirror. This is up to the final corner. Gine, and already moving defensive. Blake does not feel completely happy
Here's
about having that car behind him. He's covering the inside. You better hope that he gets a good exit off that corner. And it looks like he does, but David is right behind him, and he is pulling quickly. Is he going to pop out? He is. He'll move to the left-hand side, though, and he'll have to try and do it the long way around.
This is going to be very, very close, but can David Mendonca get the move done? He's going to try and do what he can, but Townsend's got the inside run here. And up through into turn 2. It was nearly door panels swapping 8. I have to say, great job by Mendonca to give Townend the racing room. And of course, this is just that, you know, this championship is to help with the camaraderie. But to see a display like that, less than 20 minutes in, Mendonca, I don't think he's done yet, because he's now gunning for Townend once again into
Oh, look, I got plaid on just like our livery. What's up?
By the topography, and Townend just seems a little bit more comfortable, I think.
Justin's not even on the grid yet.
High-speed corners here at Mugello, but it's Mendonca through the twisty stuff.
Teammate?
He seems to be more keen, more acquainted with that.
Teammates are, bro. I'm so lost.
Catch on that, and yeah, it was a lot of trust between the pair of them through turn 1 that they managed to get away without any sort of major contact between the two cars. Now 20 minutes into this race, their time's going to be running out soon. A bit wide there. Can Blake cut it back in? I think he just about got to the apex, but I do not think that was an ideal run through Cortial. He is going to be regretting that. Last time he went defensive, though.
Oh, it's a Porsche regular? Daniel Harmon, that's his teammate? Gotcha.
Yeah, that's going to be between, that's going to be Thomas Isabel and one car, who's about 10. So the other two WWCT cars found to play pole position. Kevin Ramos in Isabel, and 7 on start finish straight.
We gotta get some practice in.
Isabel probably going to be challenging, but later on the race, takes a little bit of a tighter line through San Donato, uphill through the left hand of Mugello, right to that Roger Secco, and then starts the roller coaster descent, so I think tee up through Roger Secco after that single San Lorenzo, go through Castle so that you get that real compression zone, so that the car is going to hunker down.
I wonder if I should have this playing, just in case the guys want to give me some instructions.
Ultimate consistent lap cycles.
And speaking of those consistent laps, one of the things that the pros will need to consider, since we were talking about that incident limit, is that if they use up a lot of the incident points because they feel confident in what they can use later on in the race, they might be handed over to the challenger sport drivers who might not feel as confident about hitting those marks and going as fast. So they might want to leave just that little bit more of margin of off tracks so that they will maybe help out some of their teammates.
Yeah, you could be right there, Joe. I think it's just the case that until we see these first set of pit stops, that will dictate how the race will then play out. You know, the next drivers, 7 drivers that will be going in. Because as we see, you know, Lee Bigfield and Daniel Harmon, both from the sport category, and Mendonca from the pro car category, it is just a case of
The flat is called
cars.
What is
That's
that?
going to be the key point. It's not about sending. That's going to be good tips to show that early in the race, especially at this hill. But it's what's the point of how can we play the game?
What does that stand for?
How can we get the upside of everybody else?
Porsche.
And then Dr. I think this is my
Fastest
pressure
spot.
on Blake Townend to see if he can force number 57 Angus into a mistake, and that would be crucial
then suddenly he was caught. Now he's been able to get away again. Whereas Talon
Sponsor
was on the reverse trajectory.
Oh, okay.
Catching up.
Gotcha.
Seems to have fallen away.
That makes
is a bit
sense.
of a
What's up,
trouble.
broken ankles?
It seems to more commonly be kind of a gradual change in who has been in the stint. Wouldn't expect them to yo-yo back and forth that way. It is kind of a curious point. I'm wondering what's causing the change in pace between this time.
Well, we're nearly at 110 degrees Fahrenheit track temperature, so track temp has been ramping up. The air temp has pretty much stayed. It's been nearly 25 minutes in. So there you see 109 degrees Fahrenheit track temp. That is, again, is showing that these drivers are keeping an eye on. These tyre temps are going to be crucial. They're going to have to manage them all the time. There is going to be that case where some teams, here we go, battle for P5 as Jordan Hamilton to the outside of Thomas Belt through San Marto, and that is clear for another part car. Hamilton rotates.
See, I can't be doing that during the race.
You're outside of track limits there.
I can't do that.
Register.
Can't get
He's
off
going to be
track
closing in, and there he is.
Yeah, it's just that in that one machine took the spin. You're right, Jake is now caught up. So that battle had been heating up for some time. We'd seen them gone side by side before, but it's Thomas who wins first in this case. So the WWC Team 2 car now finds itself well back. Let's see what happens here. I'm kind of curious if Thomas just pitches it too much.
Yeah, it just stands it in. You can see the back end step out straight away. Maybe just carrying on too much speed into the corner, and maybe just trying to readjust, turn in, and realise, oh, hang on a second, this is not going to go well. The car just rotates. So if you carry too much speed into San Marto, especially with the cameras on the right hand side of the corner, you can be at the behest of the steering angle possibly at that time.
Now, we give credit to Hebel as well. He gave plenty of space, saw what was happening, and to make sure that he wasn't looking. You can easily find yourself in a car getting loose like that.
That curve is very forgiving.
He now runs about 7 seconds ahead of Isabel thanks to his wise decisions as we come back to town once more. And since you spotted him longer, he hasn't left him in the dust, but it's a little bit farther apart than what we saw earlier.
I think it's still, the track temperature is still going up. I think this is where we are now seeing. I said about the right side tyres taking the right of it, there being 9 right-handers, 6 left-handers here at Mugello. You've also got to factor in the camera. A lot of right-handers here do have cameras to the right-hand side, so when you steer the car into a corner, you will find that these cameras
I need to find some time. Fucking
right
so
side
bad.
tyres keep compressing the suspension lines down.
I know they're saying don't worry about the time, but I don't think they're. I don't think they know that I'm putting down 152s like it's nobody's business. That's not good.
I guess that qualifying pace was pretty indicative as he's reached the back, he just can't seem to find his way by. And while these cup cars don't have the downforce of the GT3R, they do still put off the weight.
Jesus, I need to be careful coming out of that last turn.
This challenge well is the 992.1 compared to that 2 that we got here.
Your lap time was 151.9. That puts you 0.5 off your best.
Yes, same.
Things started going sideways on me, man.
See that? So I think you'll have one more lap.
Copy, one more lap. I'm at 32 minutes. So yeah, I need to come on.
35 different 1-8 series. So yeah, there is a big wait. And the thing is, these cars are just really capable.
Oh yeah.
My last lap, right?
And
Correct, last lap.
Close to that first half an hour.
If the camera's mounted to my
Oh, I
screen.
got my 1X, damn it!
As panicked.
I was doing so well!
Technically, you get 10.
Y'all tell me if y'all don't like that shaking camera, because then I'll move that camera. I just got tired of having like
Once
a
again,
tripod for the camera. So I ended up getting one of those hooks that hooks the camera to the screen.
As we have got our first two teams in C2-1.
But if it's
And
annoying,
seconds up
you gotta let me
to
know.
Travis and John Gibson and Cummings of the road.
Interesting.
What is that immersion?
Our front runners thought would be having a bit earlier as these drivers.
I'm not falling behind that much. This Jordan guy's just really fast. The hell's he doing?
Is it? It's annoying?
All right, Boxy.
I'll get swapped out for you guys after the race.
Definitely
Oh,
want tires.
immersion or is it? Is it annoying?
Set. Looks like everybody else is pitting too.
153.5. You're currently 2.1 seconds slower than your best.
Yeah, I think Isabel was holding Jordan up.
Well, he hit me twice the first lap. Like, had his elbows out big time. Where am I? Where's my box?
By that point, you can have changed tires, but you cannot both change tires and take fuel at the same time.
Not take tires and change
Jordan
fuels.
had to carry on, tipped in bits,
Woman X.
and the donut bits.
Last lap.
Yeah, so it's Lee Peterson 12 race.
All right.
Central Southeast.
I'm going to stand up for a minute, and then I'll come back to the spot, okay?
Good.
You guys got him?
Got it.
Is Patrick here?
Yeah, I'm about to log in. I'm
Okay, good.
still taking laps, but I'm gonna get in.
Oh, that's all right, man. I got him. Don't worry. Live, make sure...
It's both sides going to be behind the wheel. WWZC1, James Martin, and Travis Hereford. So,
All the above.
And
That was the traffic.
is everyone gets an opportunity to run at the circuit here in Mugello. Sort of a
Yeah, you look good.
effort. There is no IET that most people say there is
Alright, I'm rear facing.
Racing drivers are naturally a bit selfish as well. So, Bowden Sutter taking over, tipped in, should return the lead once this cycles through. He is now at this stage while James Martin has hopped in for Donka. Interestingly,
Lap time was 152.6, so now 1.2 seconds off your best.
different driver there, just a second count. James trying to get clarification. That is about Blake Town, who inherited the lead after he stayed out. Will pit this time. Let's see who hops in for him. He's got Chris Rankovich and Tim Ford. 16 minutes.
Yeah, Sherry Lee is now taking 14 car Brangus. She currently sits down in 12th position, but a good
Yeah, you're in a
decision there, I
gap
think,
all
for
by yourself.
Angus, but now Jordan Heppel.
Well, I wanted him to come out with those other guys, but I think we took a little much fuel. But that's all right.
3 car, and that is now on lap number
See where we
19. And Mario Gonzalez, we talked about this man a little bit earlier on.
All right, so Jason
Well,
Barnett
he up
is
from
getting in the
10th
lead
position
car.
qualifying and is doing a longer first hit. Of course, they can do 1 or 2 additional laps as Angus now has Tim Thornton behind the wheel. So change there for the team, and let's see
There was a lot of
how
pressure in the
Tim is
race.
able to get up to speed. And of course, as we talked
Guys
at
are
the
wild.
top end of the show,
At the end.
All right, team, listen up.
Where's our car?
I've changed my mind.
There it is.
I'm gonna have the trouble butterfly. That's a great decision, Mom. I'll take the music chicken. See, that's for me. That was from me.
Alright, just run your line. Don't worry about facing.
We must be the great arsenal of democracy. We will pay any price. Support any friend. Oppose any foe. to ensure the survival and success of Liberty. We maintain our strength in order to deter and defend against aggression. But make no mistake, when pushed, we'll do what it takes to win.
2 seconds away from the checkers. It's going to be a little bit of time. Well, Jordan Heppel will bring that car to a stop. And then, yeah, like you say, Tim Thornton coming down that long 0.7 miles start-finish straight. Now, yeah, change. As Jeremy Hall now gets behind.
You can hang on to anchor and just take his draft.
Gonzalez is still out there.
I noticed that as well.
Don't force it.
He's spending a very, very long stint for the long haul in the number 29 car, and that is from Central Southeast.
Is that what I am?
So,
Central Southeast?
Pretty good pit stop there for the number 10 car there. 31.2 seconds on their marks, and 55.6 seconds on the total entry to exit transfer from pit in to pit out.
When it was close as to whether or not he was going to be ahead of the 001, James Martin narrowly sneaks back into fourth. Bodensteiner still in third ahead. Of course, this will all be promoted up one because we're expecting Gonzalez to hopefully pit in this time.
He's going to go off track a lot. Don't follow him off. Ride your line, okay?
Shouldn't be able to go too much longer, I would assume, since we're already 35 minutes into this one. And Gonzalez will only temporarily be in this lead as Tim Thornton should be cycling back up into there. That's really the biggest change that we've had in this first cycle of pit stops. As far as teams that have made positions, there's not really many. Gonzalez obviously a bit off since he's up 10 right now. Here's the replay of that run down in the first corner. I mean, a tenth of a second difference, and this would have been the 001 one position down.
Yeah, well played by James Martin, just the virus at the outside.
152.5.
You're now 1.1 between first and ninth place at the minute. It's around about a 57 second differential. So, if Mario Gonzalez gets that car in shortly, it's now in 20 laps. And that track temperature is starting to slightly drop, Joe. We did hit a high of, I think, 111 degrees Fahrenheit, which is close on 45 degrees Celsius track temp. Yeah. Is Gonzalez going in? Well, I'm wondering if Mario Gonzalez, if he's a club driver, they probably decided, okay, let's keep him out for as long as we dare, but they've got to think of with the challenge drivers. Challenge drivers have to do a minimum of 20% plus almost 2 laps required,
20 minutes
and it's normally in the midpoint of the race, which we're not that far away from, let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to put that challenge driver in as the anchor as we get a little bit of a battle here between Thornton and Bodensteiner. Peter's going to try and take that, what should be effective lead back from him. Unsuccessfully, though, coming through 2, 3, and 4. They'll plunge back down the hill once again. They've got to watch out because James Martin is right on their tail as well. He could easily take either of their spots if they battle too much.
Yeah, and not only is James Martin back in this trio, there's also Jeremy Hall in the other of the WWCT cars. And I'm saying he's not that far off this massive either.
A little bit faster.
So this is going to become a four-way scrap as Mario Gonzalez, Ford long Central Southeast, finally pits on lap 21. What an opening stint by Gonzalez on that front, but I think the way things are going to play out is probably going to be ahead of Charolais, Jason Barnett. Barnett in the number 3 car that currently runs P9.
Sounds about right. Let's see who hops into this car as he gets out. Looks like Christopher Costas will be the next one to jump in. Tim Thornton is just about ready to finally inherit that lead that he worked hard for on those remaining laps to overcut and put himself up to the top. Team Angus is once again P1. Bodensteiner for Wagyu and is going to be demoted to second. Now James Martin for WWZ Team 1 is right behind him. This is even closer than what it was before the pit stops, though. Look at that. All four are within 2 seconds.
Oh, this is going to get raced rather quickly, and this could possibly be with,
Fuck, bro, I can't find any more time.
these teams have already been out for anywhere between 2 to 4 laps, so...
Well, by any chance, do you know like what the challenge guys are running? If any challenge guys have even gone out?
Respectively for Wagyu and WWZ Team 1 are probably be the biggest challenges at this point with more laps under their belt so far.
Now that we've got all the pit stops out of the way, we want to take a moment to mention we're thrilled to have Princess Cruises continue as our PCA Sim Racing title sponsor for 2026. With 17 ships sailing to
take 'em if you
345
can.
destinations on 7 continents, world-class cuisine inspired by the places they visit, and the
I don't know what he's
friendliest
doing.
crew
He's
at
on old
sea,
tires, so
Princess
that's
is
why.
ready to
That's the only
welcome
reason
you
they're
on
in front of
board.
us is because they're on
And
old tires.
specifically for PCA members, join the Treffin at Sea 2026 Pacific Wine Country
Roger that.
Cruise on the Grand Princess. Sailing from
Yeah,
Vancouver
fine
to Los
pun.
Angeles, September 19th
I
and
like it.
25th.
Really
Go
intentional.
to the website link
No, no.
on the screen.
That was cool, though.
PCA.princesspartnerships.com.
He pulled away.
Or
Just keep
call
threatening him like that. He'll get spooked and he'll make a mistake.
833-679-2188 to speak to a PCA travel concierge agent. That's 833-679-2188. Well, during that ad read, Tim Thornton has suddenly decided it's time to boogie, because look at the gap, and now Bodensteiner is under threat. James Martin is going to try and take second place away. He actually gets the inside run coming down into Santinato, and it looks like he's got it done.
It looked like Bodensteiner actually might have he came across the start-finish
Watch out for
straight
him.
very early, Joe.
Undercut.
I think maybe he just decided, you know what, I don't want James Martin firing up the inside of me and possibly causing damage to our potential
He tried to cover that
strategy.
way too late.
But the team
All
will
right,
be
you've got
thinking
way
of
more
right
tire
now.
than him,
So
so just
maybe
drive
just
your
by
line.
letting him by
Pitch up to the next car.
gives
Joseph,
Martin
let's
the
go to
opportunity
You got this.
Anchor.
to go hunting after Tim
Uh-huh.
Thornton, because that gap is rapidly coming down.
Is Anchor part of
Tim Thornton was the
Justin's team?
quickest out of the top 4. And looking at the sector times, Martin has just done a low 39.6 in the opening sector, as Bodensteiner is struggling a little bit here, because that track temperature is starting to climb again.
Yeah, it's been kind of hovering for now as we see a huge dive bomb here from Ankerberg Zone. He's gone up the inside of the first corner, but maybe just a bit overambitious as he has to ease up, and Joseph Evers retakes the position. But to your point, yeah, it's been hovering about around 109 to 110 Fahrenheit over the last few minutes. So it's plateauing a bit, but that's still, let's see, we started at 105, so that's 4 degrees hotter than when we began.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, the tyres are going to be absolutely crucified by the end of the end of their shelf life, let's say, because you know there's only so much time a set of Michelin
we've already got
cut tyres will run
Anchor by
on these cars, and that is going to be crucial. As again, 110 degrees Fahrenheit is jumped again, so you know that is a big amount of, that's a big chunk of change. That's a 36
Now we
degree
want to
Fahrenheit
pass him if he's
differential
slow, but he's
between
in
air
our
and track
he's in our
temp.
zone
Air
group,
temp
so
has only gone up
don't
by
want to
2 degrees
get
since
into
we
a
started racing.
brawl.
There's a bit of a moment there for the 57 of Tim Thornton, and look at James Martin.
Just,
Wrong
The
button.
WWZ T1, he is hot on the heels.
Anyway,
And get this,
you see what you got for him.
0.8 of a second quicker
if he's on your pace, just follow.
58.3,
Just work together.
pace of 51.69.
We can go into
So
their
Tim Thornton
voice chat
has
and tell
got
them
to make
what's
the
going
back
on.
haunches of the number 57 wider than an articulated lorry, especially if James Martin decides to go for the late send.
I went and checked. Neither of these cars changed tires during their pit stop either. So these are still the same tires they started on. Remember, Martin was running back around 4th place for much of the beginning. 3rd place, I think, actually, if I remember correctly. And I wonder if maybe he was hanging back a little bit, just preserving those tires to try and have a better second stint on them, letting James Martin have a better run here. Whatever the case, Tim Thornton has his hands full, and as they approach the final corner, this is the closest he's ever been. A good launch on the main straight, Alex, and he could have a shot down at turn 1.
Yeah, Martin's going to time his throttle input, and you can see now, out of Muccini, out of turn number 15, Martin in slipstream, he's got a wicked toe, and the 001 from WWZ T1 to the outside, on the run down to San Donato, over the crest they go, they are still wheel to wheel, and here's Martin, he's got a nose ahead at the minute, but Thornton's still to the inside, into San Donato. Can Thornton get back in front? No, he can't. Martin gets the lead through at Luco at turn 2. Great job by the 001. Timed that to perfection.
Brave from James, for sure. He left just enough space as he turned in through turn 1, and that has allowed him to take that lead. Thornton may have lost a position, but remember, this was pretty much where they were at most of last stint, so I don't think they're in too bad of a spot. They just want to try and keep touch with that 001 now. Can't let Peter Bodensteiner in the 993 re-overtake him and demote him yet again. And of course, we can't forget that WWZ Team 3 still sits in 4th, very closely behind as well. They're not out of this, with Jeremy Hall currently behind the wheel of that white and green number 10.
This has really started to heat up. I mean, forget the track temperature, Joe. The racing that we are seeing from these teams just showcases the depth and breadth of racers that we have here for PCA sim racing. They have just, there's been a lot of hard work put in behind the scenes getting ready for this race, and everyone will be breathing a big sigh of relief when we get the checkered out, but the hard work is only just beginning.
Earlier, just before we were done with the pit stops, I had mentioned some of the teams maybe gaining a few. Right now, the biggest mover is the 29 car, the Longhorn team with Christopher Costas. They're up 5. So from second to last on the grid, now to the mid-pack. That's a very good run for them. Keep an eye out in case that car continues to climb. They're a long ways behind this fight with a big look up the inside from Bodensteiner. They don't make contact, but Peter is threatening now.
He's got to really be patient, like we saw with James Martin on Tim Thornton for that move that decided a change of race lead just before 75 minutes to go. And I think it's Bodenstein has got to also be very, very patient. There's always this phrase that I tend to use, and you've heard it a couple of times as well before, Joe, that there's always that sense of urgency when you know that a driver's getting ready to make a move. But then you get the all well and true sign of desperation, where someone is just going more than above the limit and fires one on the inside, and it goes horribly wrong. But I think it's now the case that Thornton's got that urgency of having to defend. And already, James Martin, since he took the lead, has bolted. He's 2.6 seconds up the road, and that gap is climbing.
Jesus.
It is looking heavily in favor of the 001 at this stage. Peter continuing to take a shallow entry into some of these corners. Certainly feels ambitious, trying to overtake Tim Thornton, but can't seem to get close enough to make a serious attack. Let's see what happens down the main straight once again, because we've already seen how much of an effect it has on that long, long run down into San Donato. And again, they got to watch out for Jeremy Hall there. As Jason Barnett, did he have an issue? Ooh, a little bit too much of that sausage curve to the inside. And with how greasy the track is,
at some point, someone will want to set up the pit stop.
Right, up to that.
Yeah. And that means that the track temperature, again, is climbing, Joe. It is getting really tough out there for these Michelin tyres. 113 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are nearly 40 degrees higher than the ambient air. So 75 degrees Fahrenheit air temp, 113 Fahrenheit, which is 45 degrees Celsius.
Who is
these
behind
tyres? I think probably, the teams might have to make a bit of a choice here. Do we bite the bullet and go for a new set of tyres on the next pit stop, or do we wait until the final pit stop of the race? Because tyres do normally on an endurance race last for about an
All
hour.
right, nice pace.
But it's also
Put in
dependent on so many
51s in.
factors.
And then I'm going
The
to
driving
set you
styles of
up.
the
How
people
much
that have already been
fuel do you
behind
want to
the wheel
take?
of the car, and then how their driving styles
You had
have
extra fuel, right,
caused the
when you came
tyres
out of
to
pits?
degrade,
I did, but
and
I only
which
had
side
34
is
minutes.
getting hurt the most.
What do you mean 34 minutes?
I mean, when I
Now,
left the pits, I had
Marcus
34
don't seem
minutes
to
of
be
fuel
hurrying
left.
much
Oh,
at all,
okay.
the way that he's been
All right, how many
running
minutes are you
with
gonna do?
that 4.5-second lead.
I'm going to
Gordon
try to
did a
do
good
as
job
many as I
dealing with
can,
this pressure.
and then
Very different
that
lines.
leaves
Wonder if that's not
just
an
under
actual
30
attempt
for the
from
next two.
Peter, though. Wonder if he just likes that shallow entry into the corner, because we've seen him do that a number of times now.
Here you can see going through beyond SE1 and 2.
45?
Peter Bodenstein are
For the
taking
next one
a
or
very,
48?
very more straight line
Let's do 48.
approach as they
You
head
want to do
through
50 again? You want to keep doing
into
50?
the left-hander here at Buccini and Bodenstein, and it eats the back bumper of
How much did it left
Thornton
over?
there.
Top
So Thornton again is going to be at the head. Esther Bodenstein with the 993 Wagyu car.
How much was
I
left
think
over?
50 makes sense.
That gap is closing quickly, 2.5 tenths of a second.
I
but
couldn't hear two
Peter
people
Bodenstein
talking.
really
What?
needed to be about 2 tenths of a second higher, and I think he would have got the optimum
Who's saying that?
slipstream heading into San Donato, but Bodenstein
I think there was about one lap worth of fuel left
outside.
when you pitted.
And
Yeah.
well, that's not going to
And
give
you
him a good
took
run up to
50?
Slico and Poggio Secco. So
So you should have
Sim
2
Thornton
extra laps in
hangs on
total.
to fight
Because you
another
had the
day.
leftover, plus you took a
I
little
think that was
extra.
just too over-ambitious there from
Let's just put in
Bodensteiner.
50 and then we'll
And
see.
San
We can always
Donato,
have too much.
it
It's
didn't
better
look like
having
that car was going to stick. I'm kind of amazed.
So it says we're
didn't
gonna
lose
add
more
50.
time after that. It's a wide line. Turn 1. Thornton still has a near full of that 993. In about 10 more minutes, we start to expect some more pit stops to start to kick off. We've definitely seen a bigger separation than in the first stint, because it's about a minute and a half between P1
50 liters?
and P12 at
Boss?
this stage. That said,
Yep.
while first is run away, P2, P3,
The only thing that we
P4
need
are all
change
within
if you get any
roughly
damage.
about a second and a half from one another.
That's a good work by Jeremy
Pit stop
Hall,
is set.
WWZ Team 3 in the number 10
Who's it
car.
next?
He's keeping with them. So
Ken is
I think
next.
what Jeremy's tactic is just to hang back a little bit and just wait to see if any.
A quick message from our partner, TireRack. Every tire purchase comes with 2 years of free road hazard protection. Nails, potholes, the chunk of muffler in lane 2, it's covered. Shipping is free, and most of the country gets it next day. And you've got options on install. Ship free to your recommended installer, ship free to your house, or in some areas, they'll come to you with mobile installation. It's the way tire buying should be. Go to
Gravel down for you.
TireRack.com to
Is that
shop
nice?
tires.
That was nice.
Getting that tire rack money. Good job, Doug.
How did Costas get 3.8 ahead of us?
Smart founders know something most people miss.
I had a
Get your
couple
domain
slowish
name
laps.
If you're not ready to
He had
launch your
faster laps.
business. With Wix,
All right.
you can grab yours
Yeah, I
now
see you
and
did.
then get to work. Here's what I meant. Back in 2019, I had
All
this
right.
killer business idea, but I delayed getting the domain name because I wasn't ready. That was a huge mistake. Someone else grabbed it, built the exact same business I planned, and now they're making all the money that I could have been making. And that's why I'm sharing this. Locking down your domain name is crucial. Now, Wix, it's super fast. They handle all the tricky tech stuff for you, making it seamless.
Uh-oh.
And honestly, having
What's
a
going on
domain
there?
name gives your idea instant credibility. A domain name isn't just a name. It's a way to claim
gonna
your
back up and
space
see what
and
happens.
take your idea seriously.
he took it
because
off.
once it's taken, you're stuck paying a premier price for it.
Yeah, he's
or
way
losing
off
it.
pace.
So go to Wix right now, search your idea. If the domain is available, grab
No,
it.
he had 51s.
So that is a real shame. That is
Something's wrong.
Angus
He went to
out
the
of the running,
gravel.
I think that
Now he's
well,
like,
could have been potentially race victory. Now let's definitely see that and the podium flying by.
Well, don't worry
A
about it.
lot of
I
off
believe
track,
that
so I don't know if
241
he's
is
having
for
hardware
speeding
problems.
in on entry in a pit lane, so
He's
that extra time will be added to their pit stop here. They'll be held for some time. Then they'll be
Yeah, he's at half speed. I don't know what's going on. Something's wrong with his
The
system.
good news is they've got 4 laps to serve that meatball flag. The bad news is, as I watch the car off
So how many more
screen,
laps you doing?
it's going very slowly. I think it's right-handers. The car
I think
is
I'm
not
7.
handling well right now, which makes sense since it was whacked on the left-hand side. So it must be suspension damage, and I think they're just going to have to suck it up, pit early, and hope that that is still within their pit window for the rest of the team.
All
I'm
right,
not
so we're
sure.
gonna move up. as
Yeah,
well.
well, that's also not only the suspension, but also the steering, because if the car's going to struggle turning right, well, it's going to have even bigger problems with
Alright,
that.
car coming out of the pits.
With that steering rack, so
is a
of
lap
course they
down.
have, there are 2 repairs available for each of the teams. So once he gets in, as now looks like one of the exchange drivers, Brad Dunn,
They had a
is getting
short.
onto the back car now.
That was at
That's a
152.
real shame.
You're currently
Tim
1.3
Bolton after
seconds.
running over sit by Blake Townend.
Just a few laps.
So we now see that's Brad Dunn now in the
I don't know what's
picture
wrong
shot.
with them.
So
They're
that
out of it.
car
Okay.
started P8 when we went green nearly
Right,
an
no need
hour
to
ago,
look.
Joe. His last 54 and a bit minutes have gone past very quickly in minutes.
So it's
I have a feeling it's going to get more frantic towards the
WWD
end as well.
and us.
Steiner, he made that move, but he's going to discover that can happen right
Everybody
back
else
to
is
him
kind of
as Jeremy Hall slices up the inside through Scarperia, and that is going to move him into second place. I wonder how much damage is on the 993, because if it damaged the car of Thornton, surely it's had to have done something to the 993 machine. It can't be at 100%. They may want to pit a little early as well if they feel it is harming their
Also,
pace.
it's
It simply
dropping
does
some
is they're
time.
just approaching the pit entry here on the exit of the corner.
Everybody's dropping time after like.
Yeah, I think
6
the
laps.
big selling point will be how straight the steering wheel is on that 993 car. Well, it doesn't seem to be slowing down bonus kind of because he's keeping with Jeremy Hall, the
Track
WWC
temperature of
45 car. He's got the
Oh, man.
slipstream over the
Oh,
rest.
that explains it.
And then in towards Sand and Alto, bonus line looking to the inside line.
Okay, look at the temperatures.
Well, that was, he had to back out of it, he had to check up. As the number 57, they got Chris Grankovic now behind the wheel, taking over from Tim Thornton. So, real shame for the 57 car that's been posted all the way after that big old moment we saw just a couple of weeks ago, all the way down to P11, and bearing in mind they started on the outside of the front row.
Yeah, this has certainly been one that I'm sure they would like to be a little bit farther up in that 10 club, but can't complain too much. As they have been doing a great job with it, but Steiner of the Wagyu team started on pole down 2, and now dealing with a potentially slightly damaged car. Mentioned that we should see a few pit stops. We've seen 2 or 3 now at this stage. It looks like 2 of them. Brankovic, who you mentioned, popped in 57 and Brad Dunn 241. Everybody else still has yet to take their second stop. Before we get to the pit stops, let's take another quick moment to mention our sponsor, Princess Cruises. They're the title sponsor for 2026, with 17 ships sailing to 345 destinations on 7 continents, world-class cuisine inspired by the places they visit, and the friendliest crews at sea. Princess is ready to welcome you on board. And specifically for PCA members, join the Traffic at Sea 2026 Pacific Wine Country Cruise on the Grand Princess, sailing from Vancouver to Los Angeles, September 19th to 25th. Go to the website link on the screen, pca.partnerships.com, or call 833-679-2188 to speak to a PCA travel concierge agent. That's 833-679-2188.
Drankowitz should let you
Battle
buy
rages on.
when
Bowden
you get
Steiner
closer.
remains behind Hall for the time being. But not only did that,
Hey, can someone go talk to their team?
Cost maybe a little bit of pace to Peter, but
Give them
also
orders.
time it looks like. Because look at
Thank
the
you.
gap now, Alex, between P1 and P2. That's massive.
Yes, that's 12 seconds between P1 and P3 now. And Bodenstein is still keeping with Jeremy Hall. They've pretty much been exactly the same, near enough, the same opening sector in the low to mid 40.1.
Thank you.
But then you look at James Martin, his lead now is 11.8 seconds. As we've got second to none in the mid
Thank
lane,
you.
124.
Yeah. they let us stay.
Yeah, I don't think it's affecting bonus slider maybe as much, but you can see there's damage on the right front bumper of the 993 for Wagyu, so I think he's probably done a little bit of damage to the steering, so trying to get through some of these corners. I think right-hander specifically, he'll have to use a bit more right-hand down to carry the momentum through the corners. Through the lefts, it probably won't affect him too much.
Back onto the main straight once again. Antonio Silva hops in for 4 second to none team. Looks like he's actually being joined. Sherry Lee brings the Brangus
4 more laps.
car in and hands it over to Gary Reese. So a couple changes now happening out in the pit lane. We're seeing a bit more of a spread field because of it.
Let's get a little bit faster.
But we do still have that close battle for second out on the track.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
The time was 151.12.
The ones that have been out the longest amongst them is the 001, the 993, and the 83. So maybe we'll see them first.
Yeah, as Gary Race now comes out of the pit lane, will now disengage the pit lane speed limiter, and number 14 can accelerate it out of pit road at full throttle. Then we see second to none, Angus, team 2 for 1, Brangus and Paul taken to pit stops apiece. And the way things are going at the moment, it looks like West, in terms of the zone groups, are sadly their authority on proceedings at the moment, with all three cars in the top 4.
And it started out with Central Southeast looking like they were the dominant force, but you're right, it is West who suddenly is filling up those front positions. In fact, they've almost completely reversed according to what they were before between those two clubs. East right now, highest car they've got is the 421 car, Anchorberg Zone. That said, Antonio Silva is the highest car pitted for the second time right now, and he sits in ninth in that 12014.
For whatever reason, the first couple laps,
I'm a little bit farther forward.
I struggle
once we see the rest
Once
of the
I
pit,
get
including Bodensteiner.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons I like this high wing set is because it's much more stable on cold tires.
I would probably say that would be why you use the
I know it's going to be hot as heck
just to get
out
that
there,
car
so-
repaired back onto the
Lap time was
straight.
151.
And that can be quite crucial.
7 on fuel
When you
benefits.
think about it, that car
Yeah,
is first of all on lap 18,
76,
now on lap 33. So opening stint, 18 laps. I think the thing was Gonzalez's opening stint was very, very impressive. You know, going 21 laps. That's the longest stint that anyone's recorded so far in this race. And it has helped them in the long run. But now it's Neil Simon who's got behind the wheel of the 993 car. It's coming out of pit lane and it's just got old black flag.
A black flag. So that, I would assume that's for speeding because I believe that showed up before he got past the cones here. Yeah, and I checked, he did not go over the pit exit line, so that is a speeding penalty. Now that, it's worse to speed on your way out than it is on the way in, because now he is going to have to come back to pit lane in extra time instead of having that time simply added to his pit stop. So for the Wagyu team, it has suddenly gone a bit sideways.
And backwards as well at the same time, Joe. It's just, you know, those kind of mistakes are what can cost you the difference from finishing, you know, in the podium spots. You'll see. Yeah.
I don't know if he even put the there on.
No, he didn't. He didn't. So he throttled up, then came off the throttle.
Yeah, I think Peter's having a problem.
Okay, Patrick.
That's the bit of it.
It's always so frustrating when that happens. Tim Taplin currently pitting or hopping into the car for WWZ Team 1.
Called into the pits for
So that's going to be taking over for James Martin. What an incredible stint for that 001 car.
Where's
We'll
Peter?
see where they emerge once this is all said and done here. As I think they should easily be ahead of Wagyu
Oh, it is
and
Snyman in the car
next
now.
car down
Okay.
to have taken 2 stops, which is Chaolai and the number 3.
So Wagyu
David
just had a pit
Santry currently
change,
in that
or
car,
pit
and
stop.
emerging easily back at the front of those who have taken their second stop. WWZ Team 1 is looking like they are sitting pretty right now.
Let's see what's going on.
Also, Brad Dunn, who's
P993?
in the challenge class in Series 15.
No, wait.
I'm just
Did
looking at his lap times. He's doing actually pretty good. 52.5 on his
No, they're still
on
out.
his last lap
993?
around, and that is around about the
Leon
pace we're seeing
Snyman.
from Brandon
Still out.
Ogle in the number 1 car.
Why is this
So
bad?
it just goes to show that sometimes the class that
Hey,
the drivers
we
might
got
be in, respectively, may not
we're over
show
the hour mark, by the
complete
way.
side of the story for every single class out of the 4
right?
that you've got represented
Yeah.
from the 48
Yeah.
drivers that make up this World
Spot
Six.
done. Radio check.
Now, I always feel a bit unfair when
That's
we
okay.
talk about
All right.
putting
I don't
your
know the rules.
challenge driver in. How
I
do you
got one more
manage
lap.
that? And
Okay.
I don't want to play them down because there's some very skilled drivers in the
boxing
challenge
style.
class.
All
And
right.
if
I'm
you're going to
ready.
have anybody, how about the challenge class champion for the most recent season? That's Brad Dunn in the 241, currently running 11th, so there's some work to do. But I'd say they've got a ringer in for their team.
Okay, Patrick. The next car is Christopher, B license, and their rating is 1.6.
53.6. So Brad Dunn on that last lap was 1.1 seconds quicker. So yeah, I think you might be right there,
Wow,
Joe.
quality
That we got a
148.
little bit of a ringer in the form of Brad Dunn, but good on him to, to just go out there and race, and that's
149.
the thing about
Jesus.
this.
152.
And this is one of the things I love
Okay.
about sim racing in general, is that
Not too far
Car in
off
front
pace.
of us is 1 lap behind.
the status class of
Hopefully I
driver
can just
is
stay
not
alive.
Gap to Christopher ahead is increasing. It's now 7.0 seconds.
If I can get like 152s, then
that
I
is
want
car
to be
14, Gary
the
Rice
worst.
right behind.
Not
Tim
saying that it's
Taplin
bad. I'm just
in
saying
the
like
001
I'm just
WWZ Team 1 car.
I'm just in my head about being
And
the
Tim currently running
slowest on the team.
P5. Leon Simon now coming in, I think, to serve his drive-through penalty.
Correct.
What a shame for Wagyu. They actually qualified on pole, and so
Yeah.
well, Leon Simon is actually in the pits, so he's stationary at the moment. Interesting.
Now, if you
break at the beginning of
the
pit entry on the white stripe, you should be safe.
Stop and hold. So I'll try and see if
I don't know
can
if you
dig up
practice
info.
this.
A little bit.
Ahead is pitting.
If you take a pit stop when it's supposed to be a drive-through, it will add time
Look out
to
for
the
the
pit
speed
stop
limit. Pit lane
automatically.
speed limit is 60
Try and kind
kilometers
of
per
take
hour.
advantage of that and not actually have to
Right,
serve the
here we
penalty.
go.
So,
Box in
2 laps of
5,
fuel and 4 tires.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I don't think I
If
have
that's
to.
the
Box
case,
now.
then it would have only had that splash and dash and then just simply be held. As now Christopher Costas is in the 20.
I'm pretty hard on tires.
2 litres left. Okay, Patrick. The next
This
car
car
is
was
a lap
up
behind.
5.
Front
Would
is
you
again.
know? Oh my
Drops in.
god!
The machine looks like
You
it
way
is Les
out.
Carmichael.
Man, you would have been
Can
so
he carry
dead
that one
if
on?
you would have tried to
And
double
will he
stint.
emerge in the same
You
spot,
took
or is he gonna have-
32%,
I think he should
and I
at
took
least have gained one because of
23%.
Wagyu's penalty.
That's 55%.
Hey, Ken, you want to move the brake bias
now
one
as
click
well,
forward.
Joe, so
Yeah.
Ken
And don't forget your pit
now getting
limiter.
behind the wheel. After
Yeah, first gear,
Mr.
pit
Rose
limiter
was
on,
behind the wheel of the
please.
83 car. So, yeah, I mean, what a run by Longhorn, the second highest placed Central Southeast team. Out of, and when you think about this,
Exit's clear. Push.
I think
good job.
there would have been an opportunity for
That's
18
fun.
teams in total to be part of the
Car ahead is Carmichael, rookie license.
Alright, you're in a
Their
big
rating is 1.3.
Central Southeast definitely put
island
the numbers
bubble,
in.
rather.
He's pitting now.
You got 8
But
seconds in
now
front and 15 seconds
we've
behind.
got-
Okay.
We've got the WWZ teams as a top 3 meritocracy.
Just take your
at the
time,
moment,
get
just
settled in.
under
Get your rhythm.
2.5 minutes to go.
And to be honest, I think the 83
All right,
team
I gotta
also
get up.
bringing out quite a ringer,
My butt's asleep.
especially since this is going to be partly
You guys got
about their
this?
strategy as well.
Yep.
Kit
Car
Eskridge
number 1 is
literally
leading the race.
works
I'll be
for
back.
Fastest
NASA.
lap for Da
So,
Silva, 151.6.
They've got a brilliant mind behind them to try and bring this home. And he's probably most well known in PCA series racing for being light on fuel, having a very gentle right foot.
The gap ahead is now
if he feels he
10
can help them
seconds.
on that front, we'll see if he maybe prevents a longer pit stop for fuel taking. Keith Markison is jumping in for the number 10 machine.
Damn.
And are they about set to lose that lead? I believe so. Tim.
Let's see. Is this not playing? Oh, this is playing.
Should be going by shortly, I think.
So who's in?
Yeah, probably
Where
in
are we
about the
at?
next
We're about
10 to
fifth.
15
Okay.
seconds, but Jeffrey Block now gets behind the wheel of the number 1 car.
Holy
WWZ Team 2, as Markuson leaves pit lane. Pretty good stop there.
It's going to be
for,
close.
it is going to be close. And that is going to be Tim Taplin back in the race lead.
That is a lot
Rip,
closer than I
Nate.
anticipated. Now,
What up,
it
brother?
looks like it was roughly 2 seconds difference stationary for them in the pit stops.
Shouts out.
So that will
Shouts
account
out
for
to you
some
in
of the
the
time
chat,
lost to the 001 team. But remember, they had a 12-second lead before those pit stops. What happened out there?
Oof.
Yeah, that's
What's going on?
that's a good question there, Joe. It's, I mean, I think the thing is that Tim Taplin, we did see that he did have to get through, possibly get past another couple of drivers, and sometimes when you have this sort of pit stop cycle, when we've now got pretty much most of the field apart from Wagyu that have made 2
So
pit
where
stops.
are we? We're in
Wagyu
P5.
made 3.
So this is going to be
Obviously
the
with Leon
last
Snyman
stint before
having
I go
got
in.
that black flag
So
coming out of pit
hopefully I don't
road,
completely botch
as
this.
we've got a picture-in-picture replay here. Now this is going to be the 241 versus the 57. So Brad Dunn versus Chris Drankovic.
Brad Dunn's
Dunn,
won it.
the back end steps out on the 241.
All right.
So
not gonna
Brad had
push
done
that
all
hard.
that fantastic work, and
Dave Jones second
just
to
the
nine.
rotation,
What is
and
East,
he closed
East.
that big gap. And the gap is now expanded to the best part of 8.5 seconds. I think
Look,
he might have
here
lost
towards Central
probably
Southeast.
about 8 seconds after that moment.
Yeah, I'm showing last lap was a 2:01, so that would be roughly 10 or 11 seconds that was lost in that effect. That is a real shame. Now,
Yeah.
Tim Taplin and Keith Markison were right next to each other when they last went by this point. Something else has happened once again. 8 seconds between them as they cross the line. Is Keith lacking pace in comparison to Tim? Was there a mistake that we did not see from the 10 car?
Well, the first sector time says everything here, Joe. 40.864 for Tim Taplin. For Keith Markison, 52.153. That is a big chunk of time. That is 11.3 seconds.
Oh, I think there's more to it, though, because that was, remember, that includes a pit exit. And I'm looking at the third sector, 44.6 compared to 39.1. So it was the third sector where something happened. David Santry barely gets away with a tap, and somebody has a lucky escape there.
That was
Joe?
Brad. I think that was who was that?
Birkenstock.
Yeah, that was Birkenstock in the Apex as late as we register. Talk about a lengthy teammate name. You need to take a breath before you need to say it. But he was very, very lucky, and I think David Santry got away with that very quickly. And
Ooh. Why did he join
close.
like that?
How close?
Wow.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you've got to have cat-like reflexes here at Mugello, and that was personified by that onboard we just witnessed.
Yeah, I think just a half a second difference on where you are on the track, suddenly that becomes a massive accident between the pair of them. So they're all going to be thanking their lucky stars. I'm with you. I think we need to trim.
You're doing great, Ken. Your pace is really good.
Down to an acronym. So they are now the Wallower team. So there we go. That's what they get for subjecting us to this.
152.
No, I'll just call them 9 lives. That's easier. I mean, it was, but that just, as I said earlier on in the show, folks, it is, you know, the depth and breadth of the talent that we have in the FCA, PCA sim racing community. That just goes to show, and Birkenstock just measured it perfectly. Just went, okay, I've got to think about, right, where am I going to park the car? Do I go right or do I go left? And right was the correct decision on that particular juncture.
Blaise Carmichael.
Watching the lap times here between Taplin and Markussen, it was another quicker lap for Taplin by about 2 seconds, more than 2 seconds. So it is stretching away. Once again, the 001 team looking very, very good, while the 10 team was not quite as quick as what we saw in their second stint. Markussen still doing yeoman's work out there. He knows that all he has to do is hand it over for one last driver at the very end, and they could be in the hunt for a win on this one. Jeffrey Block in the 1 team is the next one down. And worth noting, let's see, we're missing. Looks like we are missing a few cars that still need their third stop here. Even still, though, it is all West teams in the top 3, so they are still looking very solid for that zone group championship.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think probably one of the main focuses now is the track temp has hit 47 degrees centigrade, 116 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oof.
Oh, it's getting toasty out there on the tarmac, and some are really, really starting. I mean, Tim Taplin is absolutely running away with this for WWC Team 1 in the 001 car. And just to get an idea of how fast this circuit is, I mean, we saw the pole lap away in an instant when we had the warm-up, folks, but this is just 15-second breather, especially when they're going up the gearbox to 160
Carmichael ahead
in
is now
6th gear,
1.3 seconds.
hitting the brakes hard,
E5,
and going all the way down to 3rd, going into San Donato. You know, yeah, there's not much, you know, you are your eyes are literally poking out of the front of your head, and they're on a swivel. So you're constantly having to readjust, and now temperature's gone up again. I can't believe this. We were at, what was it, 103, 104 Fahrenheit track temp? We're up 14 degrees at least, Joe, and I think it could climb further.
Yeah, 117 now I'm seeing. It is continuing to get pretty steamy and greasy on the track as the race has been going on. And if you're one of those teams that hasn't taken tires yet, you are no doubt feeling it by this stage.
Damn,
I think
there's teams not
that
taking
might
tires.
be explaining why we're seeing some of these mistakes out there that we have recently. It didn't start with this many offs and spins, but they've been steadily growing.
Yeah, and I'm just looking.
Yeah, I thought it blew it.
On the previous lap has just done a 1:53.946.
Got a nice gap to the car behind,
so
you
just
can
to give you all a
just
bit
run
of
your
a sense
pace.
of comparison time between P1 and P2. Taplin 40.821 in the opening sector. Keith Markussen at 42.322.
You're a second off the pace in sector 3.
That is a big chunk of time. And then it's another 1.4 seconds in sector 2. 33.4, 33.4,
Gap to Carmichael in front now, 4.2 seconds.
It's only in the final sector where Markussen does not lose that much.
That's a new fastest lap for left, 150.9.
So you're talking about that. That's like 3 seconds that Tim Taplin has just managed to run out in the 001 car. It's just incredible, and also you have to sort of like look at
you gotta be kidding,
you know, the
right.
times that the drivers were in the pit lane, you know, like cone to cone, like WWC Team 1, 58 seconds, and Keith Markussen when he changed into that car, that was a quick pit stop. But then Charolais in P7, they did a 55.5, and David Saunders got behind the wheel. So we're now seeing that some teams are really getting their pit stops together, especially some of the teams lower down in the order, as well as Brad Dunn now pits with 42 minutes to go in Team 2 for 1. So yeah, I think at the moment you have to favour 001, WWZ Team 1.
Yeah, I just don't know what's going
They
on.
really have, they've had a really good first couple of stints. As Peter Segordi now will take over the 241 car from Brad Dunn. Yeah, so WWZ Team 1 has done a really good job, and they've kept it consistent. And Tim Taplin, he's just done a high 53.3.
The gap in front is now 1.4 seconds.
56.556. So again, that is over
Sector 3 is
another 3
1.1
seconds. That's
seconds off the pace.
3.3. I think he's nigh on, 3.2 he's nigh on lost on that lap.
Now, keep an eye on Les Carmichael, though, because his lap times have been looking quite good. And I checked because I realized with those difference in pit stop times, those that went longer, those are the ones that took tires. So the 29, the 83, the 421 cars are all on fresher rubber. So we can expect them, and I'm looking at the lap times here, and it bears fruit that they are all really making good use, even though they were maybe about 10 seconds slower. So I think they're going to start to creep up. Now, granted, if those other teams take tires at the end, they're going to have better tires in that final stint, so they might be able to defend well, or at least reel them back in if they lose a position. But this might come down to who does what strategy-wise with the tires, not just who puts who in the car.
Yeah, since serving that black flag penalty, Leon Snyman's been on an absolute tear. He's just done a 51.014. He's absolutely flying. And when you think about it, the WWZ team also would more than likely have taken tyres at that point. But I think now that Wagyu, they've got an opportunity here because they could, look at that, 421, Joe Birkenstock's just up the road. And Leon Simon, I think has been given the right, go for it, give it the berry, son. We know that you can.
I just need to lock in.
We know that you can bring the pace to this, and he's just taken 2.5 tenths out of David Sawtry in the opening sector, but has lost time in sector 2.
Damn it.
Whether he can gather it back up a little bit through here in sector 3, as they've just gone through
Gap to
BNSE 1 and 2
Carmichael.
and
Ahead is now 3.9 seconds.
So this battle for 6th place is now separated by about 2 seconds at the minute.
And I did double check, and you're right, the WWZ teams did take tires on that last stop, so I guess I was wrong about the difference in pit stop times. That must be longer fuel then for those that spent more time sitting in there. We'll see whether or not that plays out, but yeah, like you said, nice little battle here for what is 7th place, Sawtry versus Snyman.
Here we go.
Snyman, who is looking underneath with two of our Central Southeast sister teams going at it here late in the race, but we have to remember that Snyman had to take a pit stop, had to serve a penalty rather, and make an extra visit to pit lane. So he's slightly out of position at this moment.
Yeah, I think it's because of the way that the temperatures have just skyrocketed over the course of what is now over an hour and 20 minutes of the race completed. That's where I did say about the tyre.
Did Justin go yet?
Seems to be watching.
Or is he going to finish the race?
And to be very sensible that when
I don't need to be on the same track.
When they've taken the tyres, they will probably have taken the tyres first, then done the fuel, and then you've also got to factor in the driving changes as well.
Patrick, are you in the session?
Try and think,
yes, I'm here.
What order do we do this in? Do we go tyres first, then fuel, and then when do we stick the driver in? That's the key point, because you've got a 30-second driver change standard time for all the teams anyway. And that's going to be quite crucial as well. So you've got to sort of outweighs outweigh the
going
pros
in
and
like
cons
7
on pit
minutes.
stops to maximise the opportunity of getting it done.
Last lap for Taplin.
Ken's
Did
got about
not
6
look
more
good.
laps.
It was down to a 56-1.
Got it. And we have it to where
Looking
they're
back,
going to make
the
it to the end of the
29
race,
car,
right?
the
With the fuel?
83 car,
Hey,
the
guys.
Oh, yeah,
21
definitely.
all ran in the 52s. So significantly quicker. Granted, they are a long, long ways back, so they need laps like that
36
practically
minutes
till the
left.
end.
Let's try with
To try and catch up with Taplin.
Carmichael
Still has
ahead is
another
now
driver
3.5
change to come
seconds.
to change the complexion of this entire thing. As it stands, WWZ Team 1 is still very much in the catbird seat. They are nearly 20
Let's see
seconds
what Les is doing.
ahead of P2.
Oh,
This
man.
is your leader on screen right now as
So nervous.
Holding
Taplin
his
is
own,
taking
huh?
over the car from James Martin. Started off by David Mendonca, and they're being chased by their fellow
Gonna catch him though.
Zone Group West team of WWZ Team 3,
Who's he
Keith
catching?
Markison, in the green and white 10 car
Joe?
currently that is giving chase. All three of these cars
Right.
are up positions from
you
where they
set to
started
auto fuel,
as well.
good.
So the
I did that
West
on its own,
teams
yeah.
have honestly been fantastic.
I think that
on their
number's
strategy
reasonable.
and in their mid-race pace because they didn't
Oh,
start up at the
I don't
front.
think
but
so.
now they've
Wait, that's half
locked it
of
out,
what we
essentially.
normally put in.
Yeah, but he's got lots of fuel on
Well,
board.
we're gonna.
Does he?
I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. They've got to do with regards to the tyre changes, if they do decide to do that, the fuel has to be done after the tyres. So the tyres have to be done first, and then you put your fuel in.
Oh, I see.
Now,
28
one
liters.
of the big
Yeah.
things that we've got to talk about is
Sorry.
Longhorn. They are up to
How do we end up with so much fuel?
Les
So they've
Carmichael
been running heavy?
behind the wheel. That
Yeah.
car has had a pretty good run. And I'm going to be honest here, Joe. Les Carmichael is lapping quicker than Jeffrey Block in
Little
P3.
bit.
Not by much.
So what do you got?
but
3 more
he's
laps?
Just taken. Get this, 7/10
Joe?
of a second out of
Calculating.
Jeffrey Block in the final sector. Lost half a second in the middle sector. Lost a tenth in the opening sector. So Les Carmichael seems to be really quick through that final sector, especially when you're going through Scaparia, Palagio, Correntaio, then into beyond.
It's definitely tightening up at the front.
Chile at the final corner. So if Les Carmichael can
guys.
keep pace with
The
Jeffrey
The gap to
Block,
Carmichael in front is now
Jeffrey Block's
0.0
running.
seconds.
as we see that Angus has pitted with Chris
He's running
Frankovich
53
behind
is
the
fine.
wheel,
He
so
was running
they're
slow.
coming in for their final
Marcus
stop
is
that
running
should take them
55s.
to
Box, breathe,
the
stretch.
final, well, to the checkered flag. I'm gonna be
And
interested to see what
Chris
Bradley
Drankowitz
Longhorn
is in
decides
the
to play
pits
tonight.
right now.
I believe it should be Robert Neville getting into the car.
I did watch that video you
And
sent me
indeed,
earlier,
that
Bill.
confirms it. So
The one
Neville
about
is
the,
going to wrap this
endurance
one up.
race,
Michael
the
Patterson
Viking,
for Team
the cyclist.
Longhorn is going to be the one that is going to try and play anchor for them. And that's going to be a lot of pressure for that 2019 with how much progress they've made throughout this race so far. We wait for Neville to wrap it up. They are not changing tires, fuel only, drivers swapping out, and will emerge on
4 more
track
laps.
in 11th
Okay,
place,
good.
it looks like.
So we taking tires or no?
Yeah, and it's the Angus
Your call,
group,
man.
You could say that this has
It's
been
10 seconds.
a race of the coulda, shoulda, couldas.
I don't know what kind of tire wear
Unfortunately,
we're going to see.
Considering how they qualified earlier on.
Ken, do you know what kind of tire wear we're going to see?
It's just one of those things. That's part and parcel of racing. You have to take the rough with the smooth.
I don't know, to me it feels pretty slippery.
Speaking of smooth, Jeffrey Block looking like he is a smooth run right
Up
now.
to you,
Actually,
man.
we got a battle
You're the
side
driver.
by side coming down to the first corner.
I
Wagyu
say,
versus
yeah, if it's
Charolais.
already feeling
And
slippery.
it looks like
Yep.
993
track temp's
will
up to
come out
47.
on top in that one. Leon Simon
That's as high
getting
as it
by
gets,
the
I think.
sister team car for now and sets his sights off down
Damn,
the
that's gonna
road.
put
But I
us
was going to
back
say,
behind.
Block has been catching up to Markison for P2. We were
Arkansas.
watching Les Carmichael in the speed in that Longhorn car, but we're going to have
Do I need to do anything with the
a
tires,
West
or-
battle here for podium
Nope, tires are on.
positions the way it's shaping up.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, and I did say about Longhorn with Les Carmichael and Eskridge. is trying to close that gap, which is around about 2 seconds between the top two teams from Central Southeast. And that's the battle for P4 overall. And yeah, I mean, when you think about it, Leon Snyman has already built a gap over David Salisbury, and that is now north of 1.1 seconds, having quickly expedited the overtake. But yeah, I'm going to be interested to see, looking at the stint times at the moment, Tim Taplin has been out for 13 laps, Keith Markerson out for, well, 10 laps, along Jeffrey
Let the car
Block.
come to you.
Same for
Let it
Les
tell you when
Carmichael
it's
and
ready.
Ken Estridge.
Got it.
Joe Birkenstock has been out for 12 laps in the number 421.
Alright, so I cannot
Leon
lose
Snyman,
positions.
11 laps. David Salisbury,
mine.
13. Antonio
That
Silver and Gary
get
Rice,
some
they
off
have
tracks. I
both been
can't
out
do
for
that.
15 laps apiece. So I would imagine that the number 124 and the 14, as Joe Birkenstock now comes into pit lane for the crew from East Zone. We apex as late as we register. So does the 124 second to none Antonio De Silva comes into pit lane for what will be the final time for that crew as well.
Rex Jarawala gets in for the 421 team.
Jarawala, me a pro?
The finish from here.
Jesus.
Is the 57 now. They're a
Just worry
long ways
about
back. I'm pretty sure we should see that 421 get out before Neville comes by, so should be
Neville
the
didn't take
highest
tires.
team to have
I
taken
gotta
their
watch
final
him.
stop. Yep, they're already underway here. Neville isn't even coming out of the final corner yet, so easily off of the pit limiter and onto the throttle. Rex Jarawala will return
What's
to
up,
the
Bruce?
ninth place.
I'm trying to, I'm the anchor to this endurance race.
Yeah, it looks
so
like Chad Cason is going to be bringing back the
I hope
124
he's gonna be getting
on
in
the
also.
final stint
Oh,
for that
man.
crew.
All right, 30 minutes.
And looks like they have, I think they've taken tyres here, Joe. 42.7 seconds on their marks at pit lane, so that would indicate driver change full service.
Alright, Patrick,
So
the
driver
next car
change
is
tyres and
Block
fuel
D
maybe
license. Their rating
to
is
see how much pace they
1.2.
can gather in the final 30 minutes.
You are correct. I double checked, and Chad Casey put tires on the 124 car, so they're going to have fresh rubber to the end.
So right now we're in
pits.
P5.
This one I think is going to be important because we've been
And
watching
I
the
think,
steady growth up
OP's
the order
in-
by the 29 team. And
they are
it
in
was
P7.
Michael
Oh,
Patterson.
we're in P4.
You should
The
be
gap is
hopping into this
13
car. Let's watch and
seconds.
see if they change tires or not. As there is the driver change as the car disappears briefly, returns to the world of iRacing.
We are in
And
fourth.
they
right
are
now.
taking tires. Okay. Longhorn team is going to take rubber to the finish.
Blue. We are in.
I think it's now at that
Fourth right
point
now.
where if you
And
need to
in
take tyres
sixth
now is
place-
the
So how many more
opportune
laps
moment
after
to
this?
do so. And I'm going to be interested to see
one
Joe,
more
what
after
our,
this one.
top three
Okay.
teams do for
I'm about to get
WWC
in.
teams 1, 2 and 3.
Take it easy.
And when you think
We're gonna
about it, Tim
fill for the car
Sattler
and we'll be good.
has got a very
Bump to the
extensive
fuel
gap
margin
as
to
well.
2 laps
Patterson
just
on
'cause
The leader, Tim,
now
is pitting.
we'll have
gets
plenty of
past
time to get fuel.
cones, He activates the
Okay.
pits
With the driver
pit lane
change.
speed limiter and off he goes.
In fact, he's returning in,
Jeez.
looks like 5th place. So he's positioned extremely well. He's ahead of everybody else that has stopped so far. Gerald Wallace behind him by about roughly 6 seconds.
Gerald
it looks
Walla
like.
is a pro
So that's a
driver.
pretty handy gap unless Rex can make up some time here in
Rex
the last
will make up time.
28 minutes. Now, I'm not expecting Patterson to be in the lead of this race once all the stops are done. That I'm expecting to be Tim Taplin, who is in just now.
Okay, Patrick, keep doing what you're doing. This is
So
spot on.
this is the
P3.
decisive pit stop
Fourth
for
at the moment.
WWZ Team 1. And Sheldon Zachariachuk will get behind the wheel for the stint to bring the anchor leg home. But this team has done a really good job here tonight.
I'm not the fastest, but I'm consistent.
The other two WWZ teams,
That's what
with
we need.
Keith Markerson and Jeffrey Block behind the wheel. That's getting a bit close between those two. Now, are they going to pit on the
Oh,
next lap
shoot.
is the big question.
Black flag,
we
what?
need answering.
You'll need to slow down if you
It's
don't
okay,
want to
let's
pass
turn
me.
it off.
Wide gap between Zaharachuk and Patterson after that one. Before we get to another of our stops, we want to take a
Justin's in.
moment to mention our sponsor, Princess Cruises.
P2
They
in, the
continue
gap
as our
is
PCA Sim
11
Racing title
seconds.
sponsor for 2026.
P3, yeah.
With 17 ships sailing to 345
I guess I spoke
destinations
too soon.
on 7 continents,
all good.
world-class cuisine inspired by the places they visit, and the friendliest crew at sea, Princess is ready to welcome you on board. And specifically for PCA members, join the Treffin at Sea
Yeah, that's my worst
2026
turn right
Pacific
there.
Wine
I
Country
never know
Cruise
that turn.
on the Grand Princess. Sailing from Vancouver to Los Angeles, September 19th to
Boxing.
25th. Go to the website link on the screen,
Boxing guy.
pca.partnerships.com, or call 833-679-2188 to speak to a PCA travel concierge agent. That's 833-679-2188. So, we are watching our current leaders. That's Keith Markison in WWZ Team 3, Jeffrey Block
White stripe.
behind
There you go.
in WWZ Team 2. Expecting them to pit here
Age
shortly
limiter, please,
to
Patrick.
bring us to the end, but neither of them this
Good job.
lap, it appears. So they will continue to hold
Yeah, good job,
the
Ken.
lead. Sheldon's ahead of
Box
Chuck
in,
is our
5,
net leader
4,
once we get the pit
3,
stops over
2,
with, unless they make
1.
a mistake, because they held.
Box now.
Thanks,
what,
Bill.
what did we last see? It was more
Thanks
than
for
20
lurking too,
seconds
Chris.
difference between P1 and P2.
Yeah,
2
it was.
litres remaining.
Sheldon
Is the
was
pit limit on? Oh, no, now it is.
P2 in the sport division in Series 15, so looks like they put in a shoehorned in
Jesus.
someone that should hopefully bring them to the checkered flag with relative
30,
ease.
31 seconds.
As Ken
Yeah, I
Hayes
just feel like the
for
tires were
Hereford
falling off
for
at the end there.
Southeast has just come into pit lane. And Patrick Agrier is going to take the wheel of the
Doesn't seem too worn though.
83 of the anchor leg. And I'm seeing here that WWZ Team 1,
Cold tires.
their pit stop was pretty quick.
Pit speed limiter.
4 seconds stationary, 55 minutes 7.
Takes it, looks clear.
Code to code. So
Thank you, sir.
might have
One behind. Take your time.
opportunity
It's
here.
seven.
Car in front of us
Bearing
is
in
Sheldon,
mind,
the
two
licence.
teams in front, they have yet to pit. Got 25 minutes on the timer left to go. So the big question will be who is going in the respective cars and who can make up the most distance in a less than 25 minutes of a stint.
Drive his first 2 laps pretty slow.
Emerging from pit lane, the Hereford team, the 83, are on a pretty narrow gap. Longhorn, we said, has been very strong in this race. It's only about 3.5 seconds
is pitting.
behind. We'll have to see which of them has better pace here at the end. As you mentioned, Patrick, where in the 83 car, Michael Patterson in the 29. So keep an eye on them. In the meantime, both of our West teams have been at the same time. Markison and Watt will have a battle of the pit.
Car number 1 is now in the lead.
This could be very, very close indeed. And any amount of time. to
Michael's on our team, so if he sees his spot to let him go.
give it as much fuel in the car. Also, if they decide to take the tires,
Car on your right. Clear on the right.
Gonna really decide.
Car right.
And what the process.
Right side is clear now. Patrick, keep pushing. We might get it back. Car left.
But they're going to lose the lead.
Stay there.
As we
Clear
expect,
left.
easily back to the front. I think the 83 car is going to get to them in time. In fact, they're going to lose a position just now. That is that change from
Right,
position.
the guy ahead of us is
there.
right.
As Patterson
Their
is
rating is
ahead.
1.6.
And that is also for position for Jarawala. He's on the attack. He's going to set it up the inside of Rucine. He's going to get the position. That's 2 spots in 1 lap for the 83 car.
Oh, Hereford. Now back foot for Lucas Jarawala, closing in on Patterson. Jarawala to the outside, down the start finish straight, across the stripe.
The guy in front is Patterson, A licence. Their rating is 2.2.
On the top team from the east, and now that is P4. Oh, this is going to be like rubbing my hands with glee at the moment. This could be an absolute brand new race between these 3 teams for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, and Matthew Trollett has got a black
Still got
flag.
great tires.
Another speeding penalty is going to have to come in.
Clear. So Patterson ahead is increasing. It's now 1.2.
So that'll take them out of the fight with the one car. Volker Krebs easily picked that one up, what should be P2. They've got not too much time ahead of Rex Girawala, who's gotten ahead of Michael Patterson now for what is fourth, what is soon to be third. And the 421 and the 29 car, honestly, super quick here from the mid to the end of the race. I have a feeling it is going to be a real fight for that P2 once Trollet serves his penalty. Volker Krebs is going to have to hustle to keep the east and the central southeast cars behind him.
One of the big things is that team, Volker Krebs is with WWZ T2. They have taken tires because that car was stationary for just under.
Justin's coming. That's horrible.
Total code to times.
Closing the gap. It's now 2.5. It's entering 12. Keep going, man. This is great. P5.
It's not what WWZ T3 needed at this particular moment. Just over 20 minutes to go until the checkers. But yeah, that gap between Volker Krebs and Rex Girawala, it is coming down big time. Girawala is less than 1.3 seconds behind. And in the final sector, it was a 14.4 for Volker Krebs, 38.75 for Rex Girawala in the final sector alone. That's 1.7.
Don't fight the team? Okay.
And a small correction, I checked. Krebs actually did not take tires. That might explain why we're seeing the 421 and the 29 so much faster right now. They're on old rubber, and I believe the two behind him may have, in fact, taken tires on their last stop. They are coming on strong. This is going to be very hard for Krebs to hold on to P2.
Yeah, and bear in mind, this means that Michael Patterson...
Focus on the exits. Go faster here. 20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
Starting P11.
I think P6 has binned it here. 11.
Oh!
This is where
Did Justin
it's
just
going to
bend
get a
it?
bit fruity. Girawala, this is into Casanova Savelli. And here we go. And look at this.
The gap to
Girawala,
ahead is
Patterson,
now 2.4 seconds.
2, 3 and 4. All this is spin in the background. It's Justin St. John. Charolais and another 3 cars running P6. They were closing on in. Just under 20 minutes to go. Shutters and Zachariah leading by over 13 seconds in WWC T1 for West. And Rex Girawala brings the East into the party.
153.4
Championship for 2026. We've got a firecracker on our hands here, Joe.
I was able to do some research while you were talking. Girawala did not take tires. Krebs did not take tires. Patterson did, though. I'll have to check my notes.
Okay, Patrick, the next car is Krebs, and their rating is
It's going to be a
1.5.
tall board to see that one change around, as this might change for third. Remember, fresher tires for Patterson, takes the inside, makes it look easy down in his head and up.
Yeah, that's P3. So we have in the top 3 at the moment, folks. The West leading the way, East in P2, Central and Southeast P3. Oh, this is
Thanks,
this
Clutch.
is, when you think about it, West, shit, got the number 1 car.
There's a lot of pressure because these guys ahead of me are like,
moment.
one of them for sure is a pro, another one's a sport.
4 of the 6 Central Southeast teams are in the top 7.
Captain Krebs in front is now 1.5.
Patterson wants to make good use of what he's got underneath him. He's the best position of the top 3, but he's got a long ways to go to it. I don't think the tires and the driver have that much pace to try and make this happen. That doesn't mean he couldn't take this second place away from Rex Girawala. We'll have to watch and see what happens in the last 18 minutes to go on this race. All teams have made their final stop. Now it's a sprint to the finish. This team up 5 spots from where they started, 7th on the grid, while the Longhorn team behind them, 8th.
Your base is good, Patrick. Just keep it steady.
Where they qualified.
This is the beautiful thing about endurance racing. strategy really comes into its own. And bearing in mind that looking at lap times.
Yeah, don't worry about off tracks. We have plenty to give.
Lap 53, I think Rex Jarawala took about 2 seconds and a bit out of Sheldon Zachariachuk, who's continuing to lead the gap this side.
That's not the fastest lap for Nuevo, 150.8.
Like you say, could be a bit of a dark horse in the ointment, so to speak. He's closing. While Rex Jarawala was 4 tenths slower than the number 421 on the previous lap. Those record tyres.
Krebs in front is now 1.4.
Release advantage. We're nearly at 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 119 Fahrenheit track temp. 48 degrees centigrade, and it seems like Patterson is trying to get a quick handle. Wants to get the tyres up to temp because we're pushing a little too early. This might cause a little bit of duress for those tyres too early. He doesn't want to take the pace out of them too quickly. But Jarawala will already be in that phase where the tyres might start to learn the pace a little bit.
See which driver was the quickest that last lap. It was actually Chad Kinsey. Flat. That said, there's a number of drivers in the 151s ahead of him, so he's not going to be blitzing his way to the lead. You can see Casey gathering a few positions. He's only about a second behind Trollet, who's only a second behind Sailor. So I think there's still some switch-arounds to be seen before this race is over. In the meantime, the 421 trying to break the slipstream a little bit, stay out of Michael Patterson to prevent him from reeling him back in. Patterson goes back into the tire tracks of the 421 with less than a second to make up to get that second place.
Yeah, I think in some respects, but also Robert Neville for Angus just basically
15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go.
In his own right, and that's the team who's sort of having contact early on in the race and have that drama. So it is the case of seeing whether Patterson might decide to look at the gap between Zachariah and Jarawala. It is coming down, even though we've got 15 minutes to go. Never say never. This is always unpredictability in endurance racing. You never know what might happen because you've got to get to that finish line first of all to secure a second place in the Zone Group Championship. When you think about it,
Gets to U4 ahead is now 3.6,
representing all 3 zone groups of ECA sim racing.
5.
And it has been one of those races that has really it's had moments which really come alive, and now we've got this real good balance with Jarawala and Patterson. Patterson on the pressure rubber does have a pace advantage by about 3 tenths of a second. He's just lost 3 tenths of a second and a further 10.5 in the opening 2 sectors. So Patterson's got to be very, very careful to see if he can close up to Jarawala. Seems to be doing a fairly decent job.
Looking good, Patrick. I think if you put me and you on the same track by ourselves, we'd never pass each other.
That championship is the ultimate.
Just gotta keep it together.
Doing great, buddy.
WWC Team 1 certainly looking. It's their race to lose at this point. But West first and fourth currently, whereas Central Southeast do have 3rd, 5th, and 6th, as well as 7th. So I don't know what the math works out to be, but it's going to be a close one. Which will win out? More up in the upper reaches, or just a couple up at the high end to help boost your points.
And there's also been drama for WWC Team 3, number 10, and Rob behind the wheel Joe. That car is in the mix again.
Sounds like they have rolled the car, unfortunately, so I wonder if they wound up on their lid. I'm seeing it now. So they had to take it, so they had no choice. And that is, for those not familiar with iRacing, that is a weight as the tow truck, virtual tow truck, brings you back. And then whatever damage you have, in this case they have a free repair, so they should be able to get back out there quickly. But then you have to wait for that free repair to come through, which is usually instant, then finally get released. regardless, the 10 car
Get 'em.
went from a potential podium to now almost guaranteed.
You're reeling P4. The gap is
That's
now
a real shame.
1.3.
Same with them, like it has been for Angus at 57. The Central Southeast currently running 9th from behind the wheel. His pace is starting to drop a little bit from what we saw in the earlier part of the stint he took over. We've got 12
Very
minutes
nice.
to go. And the gap between Rex Caruana and Michael Allison is around about the 1.1 second mark. Looks like Caruana is able to extend that a little bit. Yeah, I mean, looking at the open sector, Rex Caruana managed to call back the best part of, I think that's nearly 4/10 of a second. So whether the tyres from Allison started to plateau a little bit, considering the fact that you've now hit 120 degrees Fahrenheit, so these tyres are being well and truly put through the ringer today.
Unfortunately, Patterson seemingly strong enough at this stage to try and threaten on Rex Chirawala. He's been holding him honest. We have to admit that. 29 has been within sight of that car since the pit stop. But since the early stages, we really haven't seen him close enough that he can maybe attempt to pass. He's going to have to get much tighter to the rear bumper of that eastbound car if he wants that. Good news for Sheldon Zaharachuk is that while Chirawala is much quicker, 10 minutes left, we're looking at something like 11, or excuse me, about 7 to 8 laps left to go at this stage. That's not going to be enough time to cut in 2 seconds of a gap.
Hope he went off again. He's pushing. Too hard.
The previous lap time that Caruana set as the ride truck it was about 1.2 seconds. But I'm just looking at the sector times now.
Okay, Patrick,
Rex
10 minutes to go,
Caruana,
so that's 10 minutes left.
10 seconds. Shunts ride in the open sector. And about 5.5
Is
minutes to sector 2.
Curbs on
So that is
our team or
5
not?
seconds gathered up in the open
Is that a whole separate team?
It's a nice lap, going faster.
Yeah, I think like Joe that Caruana's going to try and close that gap as much as he can. But if
Get in
it's
his head.
Enough. If it was like say 20 minutes left on the timer and the gap was coming down that significant amount, then you can probably say there is an area of opportunity. So you might rather, yeah, WWC Team 1 are, I think now it's just Sarai Truck has just been given the instruction, bring it home. That's what we need you to do, bring it home.
Watch those incident points if you're getting close to that limit. Keep it within the track boundaries. You don't need to run.
Ain't a teammate, right?
There.
Sorry?
152.
He's not a teammate, is he?
Just on the dot before
Volker?
Yeah.
last time.
No. He's WWZ.
Seconds quicker. It needs to be something more.
We have a teammate behind.
Catch pass here by end. Possible, but based on the paces that we've seen so far, looking highly unlikely. Also, want to give a shout out to the 14 team of Brangus. Yes, they are well far behind at this stage, but they've unlapped themselves, and they've got Christopher Pies, one of our pro racers,
Yeah.
hopping in for the
Doing
final
awesome.
stint. He's trying to
doing what
lead
he's
here and see what he can salvage for the team.
OP.
Good marks.
He's going through it.
He's running out of tire.
I think it's, sometimes, as you rightly said, Joe, that, when we had the top 6, they put their faster drivers behind the wheel of the car, and then other teams that haven't had the luck of qualifying then decide, okay, well, let's just put our fastest
Didn't that take
drivers
tires or
on that
what?
drive through
What's going on
the
back
last
there?
stint and see how far they can get us back up the order. So yeah, it's going to be that case of now we're going to see, interestingly, the Revs, his lap times have started to drop a little bit. I've just noticed Rex Caruana 2.1 seconds quicker than Sheldon Zaharachuk, because the gap is getting closer and closer to 20 seconds, but Volker Press for WWC Team 2 has got Perez. Patrick Agria right behind him as they're coming out of Mugello sector in turn 3. this could help in regards to central southeast because Longhorn are now in third, Hereford and Gunning in fourth place.
Every position they can get is going to make a big difference in this one. They're not leading the race, but they've got a lot of positions within the top 7 at this moment. That's going to score very good points. Volker Krebs, like you mentioned, lacking pace at the end. 7 minutes has to survive. Somehow hold back Justin St. John.
Keep the pressure on. Don't give it any respite.
It's going to be a case of just tapping it out a little bit here. My eye is not really diverted that much from the track temperature at that point. We're at 121 degrees Fahrenheit. It is ridiculous how hot the track has been all the way through the race.
Yeah.
21 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees centigrade.
Right, come on.
For these tyres, my ears are burning.
Inside.
On your left. Still there.
It is difficult, especially for those
On your line. Belly on the left. Well done, Patrick. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits.
at these temperatures.
Nice pass.
Pretty long effort.
10 minutes.
That was awesome, Patrick.
40 to 50 minute races instead. Are we going
Now
to see
just
a
drive
change
your
of
pace.
position between Krebs and Aguera? And it looks like Patrick is going to get the inside. He just has to finish the job under braking into Santanato, and he does it. And Central Southeast with that as third and fourth.
Aguilera was actually 2 wheels on the grass trying to get through on Volker Krebs and just threaded the line. He just buried the throttle, hammer down. As Krebs makes a little bit of gravel kick up going through Poggio Secco in turn 3, but bravery there from Patrick to get the job done. And still, massive 4 between this is Jerry Waller and Patterson. That gap has come down.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Alright, Patrick, come on, stay focused on apexes and exits. Apexes and exits.
Was pretty nice.
Stewards of orders for cutting the track. Keep it between white
It's
lines.
got up to 10. Then they started to plateau. So maybe
He's pushing. He's out of tire.
he's got a little bit more grip to play
run your
with
line.
Patterson because Jared Waller, let's not forget, was right in centre, did not take the tyres at the last pit stop. The car 421.
Exactly. Patterson is probably aware that a second and a fourth is much better than a third
Can you
and a
cover
fifth.
inside, okay?
Points-wise.
Okay.
That might actually do it because West teams will Krebs down to fifth now.
They can do all the work. Focus on your exits.
Like they are not getting as many points as they were 30 minutes ago. Bit of a weave back and forth. The highest ranked East
On your left.
car
Clear on the left.
might
Nice.
get bumped down to third here. Patterson with a great run forces defense from Jarawala. Jarawala tries to hold on and will for now, but is starting to feel the heat.
Yeah, Volker Krebs trying to fire back in Patrick Aguilera for P4. There's a wall. Krebs has to check up and get out of the throttle. So the number 83 car, Central Southeast Hereford, holds on to fourth. Aguilera still behind the wheel. Does kick up the front to Jared Waller and Patterson. Battle for P2 as they come through Casanova Salelli. Down the hill we go again. I think after this, we've got 2 more laps to go before we hit the checkered. But what a way, what a race it's been for the PCA Sim Racing 2026 Zone Championship here at Mugello. Great track to host this event at. But WW said Team 1 really very much pulled the roost as soon as we saw James Martin behind the wheel. He was in a mega stint.
Amazingly, we've had our second
Gotcha.
team hold the car.
Yeah, I'm trying to break that draft, but
Managed to put it on its lid. I think that was at Arabiano. That happened. So they have now moved to last place. Trollet at least gets 1 spot back, but both of them some laps down here. It's not good for either team.
He's getting the racing. He's a half second back.
Back on the main
Does it stay on the racing line?
Yeah.
Okay,
Half
Patrick.
second back.
That's good consistency.
Like next time by
2 minutes.
Last couple of laps, about 6.5 miles, but the racing between these two. Look at this coming out of San Donato. Michael Patterson has a better run, and he's always a chance of the sausage cuts going through Roger Secco. And Jared Waller's wide into
That's right. That's right.
into left-handed here at 4th, but Matarazzi for Borgo San Lorenzo.
Don't let him get in your head.
Again, just really trying to push as hard as they can. Jared Waller has responded to the answers of Patterson, who I think when he clipped those sausage curves, it unfortunately impedes the traction, especially as it was right-handed and it's going through some right rear, not getting the full application of traction down as a battle for 4th picture Hereford versus WWZ Team 2. So Patrick Agria versus Volker Krebs, as Krebs goes a little bit wide, kicks up the gravel with the left side tyres.
P6 has gone off in turn 10, there's an incident in turn 11.
Yeah, the battle for 4th is very important as well, because that is Northwest and Central Southeast fighting for the Zone Group Championship here in 2026.
Next time you've got 5 minutes of fuel
Makes it a
remaining.
little bit more questionable on which will come out
He's very
ahead.
wide.
White flag in the meantime is being
Yeah, I know he can't brake late there, so I'm trying to bait him into braking late.
Good job, bud.
18-second lead.
Because I noticed
White
that he
flag.
can't brake.
Right. Just keep it together one more lap.
Alright, I'm just gonna go. Nah, I'll go wide. I'll go wide.
One more lap to go.
I'm on the line.
As we see a little bit of a moment there for Volker Krebs coming out of the machine in turn 15. There's a little bit more time to Patrick Agria. Looks like things are going to be looking very good for Central Southeast with Longhorn and Hereford rounding out the top 4 overall. Still, what a drive it's been for the WWC Team 1 group. They bring a lot of credit tonight.
East might not be taking the championship. Rex Joe Waller can breathe easy because you can see that gap over the left-hand side is growing 2.5 seconds now. So Rex much farther away than just a little bit earlier. Just bring in a solid lap at the end. That is going to be key to the highest finishing of his East compatriots. But what a run from the 001 team, starting from 3rd on the grid. We're definitely hovering around the front for much of this race, but it was those last 2 stints that made a huge difference.
Had to suit up.
Zaharachuk was in the car in the lead. He knew what he had to do, and he has brought it home. As, at least in terms of the race itself, West will
Next car is
take the win. It is
A
now going to
license,
be
and their
a
rating
question
is
of what
2.2.
will the score be after the race. For now, WWZ Team 1 gets to claim victory in 2026 here at Mugello for the Zone Teams Championship.
Let's go.
Nice job. I can see why you're the anchor.
Good job.
Thanks, guys. I'm just glad I didn't choke.
You did awesome.
That was a great drive, man. Well done.
There's the finish.
Well done to everybody. I think we did really well.
Central Southeast will round out
Or not bad.
courtesy of Michael Patterson will read the number 29 Longhorn car across the line.
For a bunch of subs, right?
That's right. We're a bunch of subs.
One car to round out the top 4.
Man, when WWZ had the top 3 locked out for a while there, I was a little worried.
Well, they put in their fast drivers first.
6th ahead of seconds and
Seems that way.
124.
Yeah, you just got to run your race.
Charolais in the number 3
That's the way it
car
always
for
works
Central
out. Whoever takes care of their
Southeast.
car
That's
and
4 cars, that is
runs the
2nd.
line.
Oh, that's 3rd, 4th, 6th.
Good job,
and
guys.
8th for
Yeah,
Central
good job, everyone.
Southeast.
Thank you, guys.
Overall,
Thank you.
Angus will round out the top 9
Joe, awesome job, buddy.
in the number 57
Well.
car.
Thanks.
And then still on the lead lap, Christopher Pies for Brangus in the number 14 car. will bring that car
That's
home.
fun.
Still
Glad I was
on
good.
the lead lap.
Glad I was able to
WWZ
participate.
Team 3 and Team 2
Yeah,
for 1
I'm
and the
glad you
numbers
were
10
able
and
to join us,
241, a lap down
Oh,
at the end
man,
of this
that was
2-hour
fucking
extravaganza.
A little
at Mugello.
intense, y'all. I ain't gonna
And a
lie.
pretty good sign
I'm
if
just
only
glad
2
that I
of the
did it.
teams wound up off the lead lap after
That's
2
the end of the
hours
session.
racing
Yo, Rex
around
came
here.
through.
So kudos to everybody
Rex came through like a
involved
bad
in
hell,
today's
but he was
race.
fast.
Christopher Pies, like you said here on screen,
Yeah, he
be
did
the
well.
last one to wrap up the finishing cars. in today's 2-hour event.
Jesus.
But ahead of it all,
Volker
it
fell
was
apart at the
Sheldon
end.
Zaharachuk who brought it home with a win for WWZ Team
No, he didn't.
1.
He held on.
Behind them, Rex
Who was that? Justin
Girawalla,
St. John.
the
He was
Apex's
closing
latest
on
win
us, and he
register,
kept
finished
falling
in
off.
second.
He's a
And
pro driver
Longhorn,
too.
with
I was
Mike
worried about
Patterson
him.
playing the anchor,
Yeah, I
was
expected
up
him to
8
catch
positions
up,
from
but
where they gridded
It would have been fine if he
11th.
caught us
Incredible
because he was
stuff.
on our
Patrick
team.
Aguirre
He was on
for,
our team, but
Hereford
he just kept making
in
mistakes.
fourth, as Volker Krebs and WWZ Team 2 finished
probably
in
didn't
fifth.
take tires,
Wagyu,
is my
like
guess.
you mentioned,
Oh,
did
yeah,
recover to that
for sure.
sixth place with David Saylor,
We took tires.
wrapping them up,
We
but
paid
they
the price,
started
but
on
it
pole,
paid off
so
in the end. So
that's going to be a missed
I'm glad we did
opportunity
that.
for them. Second to none with Chad Casey on was 7th. Charolai with Justin St. John in 8th. Robert Neville for Angus in 9th, and Chris Pies
I don't know that we
for
could have done it
Brangus
without
in
tires.
10th. And it's Matthew Trollitt for WWZ Team
Pretty
3 in
sketchy.
11th, and Team 2 for 1.
Yeah, I
Peter
was
Sigourney
surprised at
bringing
how
them home last
there was
on
any
the
grip in
field.
it that I could get.
Trying to see if we will
That
have
shit was hard.
any interviews.
For a second, I thought I was using a different
waiting
setup
for us
because it
quite
didn't
yet.
feel the same
A
car.
few probably having some
It's probably the temperature.
celebrations.
I
Others,
don't think
maybe
any
trying
of the
to
preludes got
relax
quite that
after a
hot.
long one. Does
Did he
look
get
like,
What
we
is the
have
temp right
a
now?
couple drivers ready to chat with us. Why don't
did
we
he get new tires,
talk
Bill?
with
it turned it
I'm
off.
trying to
All
remember
right.
who else was in that team?
Well, I guess
here.
we're done.
Tim Taplin
All right, boys.
and James Martin, I think,
Yeah,
were also
thanks everyone
part
again.
of the
Enjoyed it.
crew with them. That's
Thank
from
you guys.
the winning team
Have a good
tonight.
night.
You are
Later.
correct. Yes. So let's bring them up
Good night, guys.
together here, because we got Tim with us. We got Sheldon.
So who's
and
WWZ?
You said we said James Martin, correct?
Yes. Porsche Club of America. They got Canada
Alright,
taking
so
top
let's bring
spot.
James in. Guys, congratulations on the win of the race. We're still waiting to hear what the score is, but I can imagine there are celebrations regardless
Yeah, I
for
don't know either.
bringing West home
I'm gonna
with
see that
the
last
top
couple of
spot.
laps, bro. That shit was kind of a ting.
Can you grab James?
Let's get him in
Let's
here.
see.
There we go.
Let's go to the screen
So-
record.
Tell us about that last stint, Sheldon. You
Oh. Let's see. Let's go to the. Let's go here. So what was that last couple laps looking like? Let's see. Huh. Oh, is that who's this that got me? Oh shit, he was following. Let's see. So this is me chasing him down?
And this could help with regards to Central Southeast because Longhorn are now in third, Hereford gunning for fourth place.
Absolutely. Every position they can get is going to make a big difference in this one. They're not leading the race, but they've got a lot of positions within the top 7 at this moment. And that's going to score them very good points. Volker Krebs, like you mentioned, lacking pace at the end. 7 minutes has to survive and somehow hold back Justin St. John.
It's going to be a case of just toughing it out a little bit here, and my eye has not really diverted that much from the track temp. We're at 121 degrees Fahrenheit. It is ridiculous how hot the track has been all the way through the race. 121 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees centigrade. And these tyres, I think my ears are burning at the moment, Joe, because they must be screaming blue murder right about now.
No doubt. I'm sure it is difficult, especially for those teams that did not take tires here at the end. They've been doing close to an hour stint now at these temperatures. And that is pretty long. You have to remember that these Cup cars usually are doing 40 to 50-minute races. Instead, are we going to see a change of position between Krebs and Aguirre? And it looks like Patrick is going to get the inside. He just has to finish the job under braking into San Donato, and he does it. And then Central Southeast with that has third and fourth.
Aguirre was actually 2 wheels on the grass trying to get through on Volker Krebs and just threaded the eye of the needle, just buried the throttle hammer down as Krebs makes a little bit of a gravel kick up going through into Poggio Secco at turn 3, but bravery there from Patrick to get the job done. And still, the battle for P2 between Messrs. Jariwala and Patterson, well, that gap has come down.
Murdered me.
So Patterson might have found a little bit more life left in those tyres. I mean, he was pretty racy in the first opening few laps when those tyres got up to temp, and then they started to plateau. So maybe he's got a little bit more grip to play with, as Patterson, because Jariwala, let's not forget, as you rightly said, Joe, did not take tyres at the last pit stop for car 421.
Exactly, and Patterson is probably aware that a second and a fourth is much better than a third and a fifth points-wise. That might actually do it, because West team's Volker Krebs down to fifth now is certainly looking like they are not getting as many points as they were about 30 minutes ago. A little bit of a weave back and forth. The highest ranked East Club car might get bumped down to third here. Patterson with a great run forces defense from Jariwala. Jariwala tries to hold on and will for now, but is starting to feel the heat.
Yeah, Volker Krebs trying to fire back at Patrick Aguirre for P4 as Krebs has to check up, get out of the throttle. And that means that the number 83 car from Central Southeast Hereford holds on to fourth. Aguirre still behind the wheel. There's been a little bit of a dust kick up in front of Jariwala and Patterson in the battle for P2 as they come through Casanova Savelli. Down the hill we go again. And I think after this we'll probably have 2 more laps to go.
Justin stream after this
before we hit the checkered. But what a way, what a race it's been for the PCA Sim Racing 2026 Zone Group Championship here at Mugello. A great track to host this event at, but WWZ Team Z Team 1 have really very much ruled the roost as soon as we saw James Martin behind the wheel, and he put in a mega stint.
Amazingly, we've had our second team roll the car. Peter Sigourney for Team 241 have managed to put it on its lid. I think that was at Arrabbiata one.
Rolled the car?
That happened. So they've now moved to last place. As Trollet at least gets one spot back, but both of them obviously laps down here. It's not looking good for either team to do much more than that. Back onto the main straight. Zaharachuk is already long past the start-finish line. So they're probably going to get the white flag next time by.
8th place, I'm sorry.
But Jariwala, he responds. He puts a little bit more buffer between himself and Patterson.
Yeah, I think this could be a rather interesting last couple of laps, around about 6.5 miles worth of racing between these two. And look at this coming out of San Donato. Michael Patterson has a better run, and he's always chancing on the sausage curbs going through Poggio Secco. And then Jariwala goes wide on the exit of turn 3 into the left-hander here at 4th at Materazzi before Borgo San Lorenzo. And again, they are just really trying to push as hard as they can. Jariwala has responded to the advances of Patterson, who I think when he took the, clipped those sausage curbs, it unfortunately impedes the traction, especially as it was a right-hander he was going through. So the right rear not getting the full application of traction down as the battle for 4th picture-in-picture. Hereford versus WWZ Team 2. So Patrick Aguirre versus Volker Krebs, as Krebs goes a little bit wide, kicks up the gravel with the left side tyres. It's going to cost him a little bit of time.
That battle for 4th is very important as well, because that is both West and Central Southeast fighting for the Zone Group Championship here in 2026. If they swap around, that makes it a little bit more questionable on which will come out ahead. White flag in the meantime is being waved for Sheldon Zaharachuk. 17-second lead, 18-second lead as he crosses the line. He is in a very good spot.
Yeah, he just needs to just engage cruise control and bring it home, and that's exactly the task that he's been provided with. As we see a little bit of a moment there for Volker Krebs coming out of Buccine at turn 15. That That loses him a little bit more time to Patrick Aguirre. Looks like things are going to be looking very good for Central Southeast, with Longhorn and Hereford rounding out the top 4 overall. But still, what a drive it's been for the WWZ Team 1 crew. They have really put on a clinic tonight.
And East might not be taking the championship, but Rex Jarawalla can breathe easy because you can see that gap over on the left-hand side has grown to 2.5 seconds now. So Rex much farther away than just a little bit earlier. If he could just bring in a solid lap at the end, that is going to be P2 and the highest finishing of his East compatriots. But what a run from the 001 team. Started from 3rd on the grid. We're definitely hovering around the front for much of this race, but it was those last 2 stints that made a huge difference here. Sheldon Zaharachuk was handed a car in the lead. He knew what he had to do, and he has brought it home. As at least in terms of the race itself, West will take the win. It is now going to be a question of what will the score be after the race. For now, WWZ Team 1 gets to claim victory in 2026 here at Mugello for the Zone Teams Championship.
Damn.
And it will be the case that we've got a little bit of time to wait, but it will be Rex Jarawalla for we Apex as late as we register in the 421 car. He has pulled a gap over Mike Patterson from Longhorn and will take P2. Central Southeast will round out the podium courtesy of Michael Patterson, bringing the number 29 Longhorn car across the line. And Central Southeast, Patrick Aguirre holds on ahead of WWZ T2's Volker Krebs in the number 1 car to round out the top 4. And, well, look at this, a bit of a comeback. David Saylor for 993 in Wagyu crosses the line in 6th ahead of 2nd to none 124.
I gotta know what happened, bro.
And then Charolais in the number 3 car for Central Southeast. That is 4 cars. That is that's 3rd, 4th, 6th and 8th for Central Southeast overall. Angus will round out the top 9 in the number 57 car. And then still on the lead lap, Christopher Pies for Brangus in the number 14 car will bring that car home. Still on the lead lap with WWZ Team 3 and Team 2 for 1 in the numbers 10 and 241, a lap down at the end of this 2-hour extravaganza at Mugello.
And a pretty good sign if only 2 of the teams wound up off the lead lap after 2 hours of racing around here. So kudos to everybody involved in today's race. Christopher Pies, like you said here on screen, will be the last one to wrap up the finishing cars in today's 2-hour event. But ahead of it all, it was Sheldon Zaharachuk who brought it home for the win for WWZ Team 1. Behind them, Rex Jarawalla for We Apex, as late as we register, finished in 2nd. And Longhorn, with Mike Patterson playing the anchor, was up 8 positions from where they gridded in 11th. Incredible stuff. Patrick Aguirre for Hereford in 4th, as Volker Krebs and WWZ Team 2 finished in 5th. Wagyu, like you mentioned, did recover to that 6th place with David Saylor wrapping them up, but they started on pole, so that's going to be a missed opportunity for them. 2nd to none with Chad Caseon was 7th. Charolais with Justin St. John in 8th. Robert Neville for Angus in 9th, and Chris Pies for Brangus in 10th. And it's Matthew Trollitt for WWZ Team 3 in 11th, and Team 2 for 1, with Peter Sigourney bringing them home last on the field. Trying to see if we will have any interviews, because I don't see anybody waiting for us quite yet. A few probably having some celebrations, others maybe trying to relax after a long one. Does look like we have a couple drivers ready to chat with us. Why don't we talk with Zaharachuk? And I'm trying to remember who else was in that team here.
Tim Taplin and James Martin, I think, were also part of the crew with them. That's from the winning team tonight.
You are correct, yes. So let's bring them up together here, because we got Tim with us. We got Sheldon, and we said James Martin, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
All right.
What is this?
So let's bring James in.
How do we say
Guys,
it?
congratulations on the win of the race. We're still waiting to hear what the score is, but I can imagine there are celebrations regardless for bringing West home with the top spot.
Can you grab James?
Oh, yep, let's get him in here. There we go.
Uh-oh.
So, tell us about that last stint, Sheldon. You were handed the lead. Did you feel any nerves knowing that you had to bring it home there, or did the big gap give you at least a little bit of less pressure?
There was definitely a lot of pressure to bring it home, not making any mistakes and keeping it as smooth as I could. But that gap that Tim gave us was great, and it did take off the top of the heat there.
So, how much did you guys stick to your plan throughout that race? Because we understood there wasn't much wiggle room for when the pit stops could happen, but I assume you had a predetermined order for who would get in the car when.
We did, and we did cut it back by 1 lap on each of our pro and club drivers, just to give us a little bit of breathing room. Gave our wonderful Tim, who was doing a great job, gave him an extra lap, and it turned out really well.
And I don't see David around, so wanted to ask you guys, with him starting, was he happy with his performance being up towards the front, even though he wasn't leading at the end of his stint?
I thought David did a great job. You know, he brought it home. He decided to tuck you in behind P2. They made gains on P1 on the last 4 laps, and handed it to us in a very manageable position. And he's also gets some credit for giving us the setups. David's awesome. Sheldon and Tim brought it home with a really warm track temperature. It was just a great effort.
Again, congratulations all around. Is there anybody you guys would like to thank?
That's a good team.
Joachim certainly gets, Joachim Bacher gets a little credit for managing the team for us.
I'd also like to give credit to Jeff Williams for organizing all this.
And I'm going to give a thumbs up to Mike Patterson. Now, this is my first year doing this, and he was one of the lead instructors when I first came in. Made a huge difference in my driving and let me keep improving through the whole season.
Well, fantastic stuff. Savor the victory, and we'll cross fingers for you that it's also the group championship as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That were our drivers in the 001. And then up next, we've got we Apex as late as we register list. I'm trying to figure out who all was in there. Maybe we don't have them actually here, do we?
I think we do. We do have
Gerbino. Yeah.
Gerbino, yeah.
Alex, would you like to talk to Jake?
Yeah. Well, Jake, firstly, a really solid effort for you guys. We Apex as late as we register with yourself,
Southeast.
Rex Jarrawala, Ankerberg Sonner, and Joe Birkenstock.
Rex was a bad
It was
hell.
going to be a tall order to top what WWZ Team 1 did, but you guys made a hell of a jump from 7th on the start to finish P2. And it was quite close between you guys and the team at Longhorn in P3 at the end of it.
Yeah, it was excellent. That opening stint was quite tough to keep pace with the guys up front, some of the quickest guys in the PCA Sim Racing League overall. But I really have to give credit to all of my teammates, to Anchor, to Joe, to Rex. They all did an excellent job, and Anchor picked our fuel strategy, and that really paid off. So credit to all of them, and a great time racing with everyone.
I think also with the fact that when Rex got in for the Anchor stint to bring the car home, he was still running pretty good consistent lap times, despite the fact the track temp went close to or nigh on 122 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, what was the biggest difficulty with the tyre strap, with the way that the temperature was going higher and higher as the race progressed?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so we dropped pressures just a little bit when we took new tires on our second to last stint, and then Anchor and Joe both did a great job conserving tires. I was a little rough on him first stint, but we had a lot of life left for Rex's Anchor stint at the end, and he really put them to good use, and we were able to capitalize on that.
I just want the
I mean, still a fantastic effort by the team. We Apex as late as we register. Is there anybody in particular, Jake, that you on behalf of the team want to thank for the performance tonight?
Yeah, just want to thank you guys in the booth as always. Excellent job. Everyone in the PCA, really appreciate it. And once again, to my teammates, they all did an excellent job, and we're looking forward to doing this again sometime. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Jake Gerbino from We Apex as late as we register. And then, Joe, I think we've got another team to speak of, the biggest chargers of the day, Longhorn from Central Southeast.
Indeed, Patterson, Carmichael, Gonzalez, and Costas joining us in the booth. Third place, and I mean, an impressive run forward, you guys, but you took tires on the last stop. I have to ask Michael, we thought you would run down and beat out Rex with the fresh rubber. Were you surprised that you didn't manage to get by him?
Not really. Rex is pretty quick. I was trying to get Rex to make a mistake. And when he finally did, I had to go off track to avoid him. So,
Mario, you started this race second to last. Was that daunting? And how does it feel to be on the podium with the team after all that?
No, well, it just goes to show you it's not just one driver. It's a team effort, and we all pull together, try to run consistent laps, keep the car in one piece on the track, and this is what we wound up with. So it's all team.
And Chris, unless you guys had sort of the hard work in the middle there, trying to just plug in the laps, hoping that the strategy was working, what did it feel like in the middle of the race when everybody was kind of on different strategies and you didn't necessarily know where you were going to shake out?
Yeah, we didn't really know where we were going to shake out, but we did know we had a solid strategy just based on the prelude race. But yeah, fortunately, as Mario said, it's a team effort, and these guys did an awesome job. I really appreciate them taking me on, and a lot to learn from them.
Well, great stuff from all of you. Before we let you go, is there anybody you guys would like to thank for a podium today?
How about all the boys at Matrix for one thing, and the steering committee, and everybody at RaceBot. You guys do such a fantastic job.
I just want to thank my teammates, thank my family for watching all the races, and thank my wife for teaching me how to drive good.
Yeah, I just think this team was great, so I appreciate all their help getting me through my stint and the work they did when they were behind the wheels. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks.
Go Central, go Longhorns.
Go they did. That was our third place team, the Longhorns, who came home in on the podium. And worth mentioning that we did wind up with all three of our regions in each of the spots, in the top three spots. So we did have a nice variety up at the top, and that's going to make it all the harder to figure out who comes out the champion. Stay tuned on PCA's website and their various socials. They'll update who the champion is a little bit later on once they crunch the numbers. But in the meantime, we want to give a big thank you to the steering committee at PCA Sim Racing, as well as to our team tonight, Ramiro and Alex. Also, a thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. I'm Joe Peak, and until next time, race clean, race hard. We'll see you on the track.
This is where we
Patterson playing the anchor was up 8 on screen. It'll be the last. Harichuk, who brought it home for the win for WWZ Team 1. Behind them, Rex Jarawala for We Apex, as late as we register, finished in second. And Longhorn, with Mike Patterson playing the anchor, was up 8 positions from where they gridded in 11th. Incredible stuff. Patrick Aguirre for Hereford in 4th, as Volker Krebs and WWZ Team 2 finished in 5th. Wagyu, like you mentioned, did recover to
I
that
don't know if
sixth
that is,
place
but
with
that was
David
the name of our
Saylor
team.
wrapping them up, but they started on pole, so that's going to be a missed opportunity for them. Second and none with Chad Casey on was 7th. Charolai
Anyways, I think
with
I'm,
Justin St. John in 8th. Robert Neville for Angus in
call it a
9th, and
night,
Chris
though.
Pies
I'm
for
just
Brangus
getting off,
in
bro. I've been
10th.
on
And it's
for a
Matthew
couple.
Trollet for WWZ Team 3
So
in
what it
11th,
is they
and
got
Team 2
four
for 1. with
different
Peter
drivers from
Sigourney
each
bringing them
class
home
in the league,
last
like
on
pro,
the field.
club,
Trying to
pro
see if we will
club,
have any interviews.
sport,
I don't see
and
anybody
challenge. So I'm
waiting
like the
for
weakest
us
link 'cause I'm
quite
on the
yet.
bottom of the
A
totem
few
pole.
probably having some
But it's all
celebrations.
good. We
Others
finished fourth, so
maybe trying
not
to
bad.
relax after a long one. Does look like we have a
But
couple
anyways.
drivers ready to chat with us. Why don't we talk with...
We're gonna call it a day though, cause I'm toast. Let's see if anybody's still on. Trusted spotter. Juiced Racing Community Night. Huh. So how do you get in with these? You're not following? I don't get it. How do you find like people on here? Like if I'm trying to get to folks, how do I find like a chat? Like usually it'll show like a lobby up top. Show chat? No. No, that's a different chat. Never mind. What the fuck? This is what I got going on. What is this? I've been seeing this on the internet. What up? Look at that. Waving high. So you joined the Discord. Where am I gonna find? I wanted to see what happened to Justin. Let me just write him a DM. Dave.
Dude.
Bill.
Yo.
Yo.
Good job.
Thanks. Hell yeah, bro. I was glad I didn't choke. I thought I was gonna be the one.
Here, let me show you the longest video on YouTube.
What's that? Where did you put it at? Let me just click on it. Oh, it's on here. Okay. George in good form. Why did it say George in good form? She's actually really good though. She's shredding. This is what you call a talent on talent. This is what you call talent squared.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Oh, I can hear you now. I forgot. I gotta push a button.
Yeah, that's the longest video on YouTube. I've been watching it for the past 3 hours.
Yeah, so that's what you call talent squared. It's like talent on top of talent.
I know. Look at how talented she is.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Invoice. Oh yeah, no push to talk. Alright, no push to talk now. I just did the push to talk because I knew I was gonna be talking to chat and I knew I was gonna have to talk to my teammates. They were probably gonna be like annoyed with me.
No, you did great.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
I mean, you beat
happy.
OP. You know.
Man, what happened? Did it? I didn't even see it. Let me see if it streams.
Pressure.
I
I think the pressure just got to him, dude.
Yeah, cause he was their anchor, right? So he was supposed to be like coming out the gates like a bat out of hell. Let's see if
Well, I don't know about a bat out of hell, but he was supposed to be at least consistent, you know.
Yeah. He would have caught me. I saw him. I was like, "Fuck."
Oh yeah. He was catching you. But you were at the same pace. You like maybe tenths, like a tenth at a time. You know what I'm saying?
What, like climbing? Or he was climbing.
He was catching you at a tenth a lap, but he was 3 seconds behind you.
Why can't I find
See what I'm saying?
channel? Yeah.
He didn't. He streamed it, and then he got a latency problem, so the stream ended.
Oh, so it's not even gonna show.
Yeah, no. You're better off just watching what you have in the replay.
Back.
And
Oh,
just backing it up.
Yeah, you're right. Can't wait to rewatch some highlights. Yeah. Either you can. Well, not on this stream because you'll just see what I did, but.
I got a video for you. Hold on a second.
Put a.
This is really good, actually.
Do this PCA sim racing. A little fast. Put PCA sim racing, and it was this one right here. This is the video. You know what? How do you?
This isn't a stupid blonde.
This isn't a stupid blonde.
This isn't a stupid blonde. This is me earlier.
Let's see it.
Fucking brilliant beginning to a race, dude. I'd love to get your thoughts on it, chat.
Let's see. Where did you put it? How do I?
Same place I put the other one.
I know, but I clicked on the pop-up. I'm like, shit.
You're popping up, man. Why are you popping up so much?
Let me see. How do I do this? Nope.
There I am, right there in the corner.
Yeah, but how do I get to that? Can you put it in?
You go to the lobby.
And then
highlight lobby.
And
then it's the little.
Oh,
little
I see the open chat box. I see it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. I did the last stint, bro. So I was like the last 30 minutes of the race, or the last, I guess, 40 of that video. Let's see. How come?
So I don't know what happened. I think Steam opened, right? So I fucking started my race, and the goddamn fucking screen went blank.
No volume, or does it? What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is.
I haven't even watched it yet.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even watched it yet. I just fucking did it. So I'm coming off, right? Pulling over after fucking the screen went blank, and I was fourth. Okay, so the whole field went by me.
No.
So now here I am. I'm like, oh, dude, do I like fuck it? I might as well just not even race, right?
What are you doing? This is clearly a.
Pulling over after the fucking screen went blank, and I was fourth. Okay, so.
Oh, so you're trying to get back up the field.
Yeah. Because I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
You know?
But do they want to let you? I mean, you just got to get through. What happens in this case? Like, does everybody behind you get a penalty if you don't get in your spot? How does that work?
No, because then people would be able to give everybody penalties just by not doing that. Yeah. But you don't get a penalty for passing people because you're passing people who you're supposed to pass.
Gotcha.
So I get up to them and check out the launch. I can't tell how far you are up. I think I'm like 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, you're going under the bowling sign. Okay, I see the momentum you have built. You're already in 5th. You're gone. All right, here we go. Oh no, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
You got up to the GTPs.
I can't tell how far.
Oh wow, you're about to pass a GTP. He's probably pissed. He's like, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, what the fuck?
Why is this Porsche going by me?
That's nice. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I ended up in 5th in that race. I did really well.
Well played. I like it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was a race
Why is this Porsche going by me? Yeah, Pass. That was my race earlier.
Which one was that? The 20-minute or that was the 40? The GT?
It was the fixed. No, it's
IMSA?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, because that's what's this weekend, huh?
Yeah, they go different ones every hour. There's a fixed one, and then there's a multi-class one. Well, they're all multi-class, but there's an open one. They start them at quarter of the hour, so half an hour they start. It's been a good race all week.
Let's see if Justin's on. Oops.
Make sure, did you give me a like? You gave me a like, right?
How do I do that within this? Hold on. Let me go back. No, because I didn't know you can do that to like videos that are. Let me just go do it because I didn't know you can. How do I get back to it?
Well, you keep asking for likes in your videos. What do you mean you don't know how to like a video on YouTube?
On YouTube, it didn't take me to YouTube. It played it here. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me go to YouTube. That's probably why I
oh.
didn't have volume. Now I want to watch it again. Here we go. Here we go. Now I have volume. Wait. Do we? What's going on here?
I don't know. I don't know how to set up OBS.
Yeah, there's no volume. You Judas on the volume. It's alright. I still got your like right there.
Thank you. Probably the only one I'll get.
Come on, chat. Rally up.
I'm still watching George. I don't know.
George. I'm watching Albon right here, where the mechanics go crazy. Have you seen this video? No, it's the cameraman. The cameraman had one job, and look at the mechanics. Look at the
Here's
McLaren
why
mechanics.
F1 mechanics are the craziest people in all of motorsport.
Maybe, yeah.
At number
Yeah.
3,
Yeah, I
Ferrari
did see that
mechanics
video.
are just on
Fucking
another
tall
level.
chick. Yeah, you know. It is what it is, dude.
At number 2, this guy is definitely the GOAT.
Oh, this is where he trips, or
I tell you,
And at number
the Tour de
1,
France
his
is coming up,
reaction
and what I
was
think
priceless.
is that since it's in France, they should really be able to show their boobies.
Whoa.
I mean, that would inspire them, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I believe so. I concur.
That guy just fucking launched that shit off of a ship. He stood up too tall, though.
Oh man, is this what doom scrolling is? Just keep going and see what happens. Now we're watching Adrian Broder.
Oh, faceplant. Oh, he almost did the thing from ridiculousness.
Ugh, right.
They call it the crab or something.
I'm getting lost.
Scorpion.
Yeah. Scorpion.
Ah, there you go. What's going on? What
How you
happened?
doing?
What happened, Justin? I saw you were pouncing on me, and I was like, "Fuck, here he comes." I was like, "There goes that spot."
Yeah. So I took it. I mean, the guy in front of me took tires, and then so I was on the second stint of tires, and I tried to. I mean, my tires got down at 40%. So.
Oh, so you didn't take tires? You just went in
No.
raw dogging it.
No, and it was just too fucking hot.
Yeah, no. They asked me if I wanted to take tires or not. I was like, yeah, bro, no. Yeah. And then Bill confirmed that.
Yeah, I don't. I put too much fucking effort into that to just fucking throw it away like that.
Yeah.
Our club driver though, like he wrecked the car 4 times. Like,
holy shit.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. That was, yeah.
I mean, I didn't do any better. But
You
my
should be able to
mentality
edit
was
the
like,
setup. If you go to the top right of the
I gotta
garage,
fucking catch up.
click edit
like,
setup.
Yeah, the pressure, that puts added pressure on you. Especially if you're sitting there watching it happen and it's fucking stupid. Like, I saw him do a couple stupid things.
Oh, so you didn't even get to stream your stint or what?
Oh,
man.
I didn't want to after how the race was going.
Oh, like you didn't bother to even try to fix it?
Well, it wasn't anything broken with it, honestly. Like,
I mean, it
I was
sounds
just
like
like,
it.
I just don't want to fucking stream.
Yeah.
I'm watching your stream
Oh,
right now.
I just was really fucking unhappy.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
That was a ridiculous race, dude. It should have been 2 people per team. It would have added more cars. It made it more exciting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand no, I think it just should have been a longer race.
Either way, you know.
2 hours,
I think
2 hours
giving
of 4
everybody an
drivers
hour.
is fucking crazy.
Giving
Yeah,
everybody
2
like an
hours with
hour
4
would have
hours.
been pretty solid. It took me a while to get comfortable with the car. Like as soon as I came out the gate, I lost 2 positions. I was pissed, and then I saw you.
It's 100. Yeah.
I was like, here goes 3. Like my team was silent. They didn't say shit. I knew that they were like, fuck. They were like, what the fuck did we do?
Yeah, they were so quiet, dude, that I had to talk. That I was like, I'm like, dude, you know, here's some encouragement, dude. Fucking.
Yeah, they were quiet like the first 2 laps. Like they were like, because I know in their heads they're like, this dude just. And I think I heard the broadcaster say he lost 2 positions in less than 1 lap, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, but to be fair, right? You were on cold tires coming out of the pits.
Yeah.
And they were on warm tires coming up behind you.
Yeah, it was
right?
Rex too. Rex was fast. I don't know if he's a pro.
Yeah,
or what,
and that's not your fight, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Mike is pro. I think Rex might be club, but
that's not your fight. They're not watching the same race, okay? Like that's where having, you know, they only see the picture. I see the frame, okay? And this, like, you did good, dude.
Yeah, I was looking at the relative lap times. They were pretty comparable to everybody except Leaf Peterson or Peterson.
Hmm?
I think he was our pro
Yeah.
Outside of that, like, I think I was running pretty consistent with the other 2 guys, which was pretty good. Like, and I think I got an off track, maybe 1. So I'll live with that. But I mean, that being said, that was pretty cool. Who was your club driver, Justin?
Jason Barnett. He's the guy that wrecked the car 4 times.
He's the guy that wrecked the car. Yeah.
What stint did he do? The 2nd or 3rd?
Second. He was our slowest driver.
You see them bars? They like.
He was not good.
He was not good. He underperformed.
I mean, I can't say shit. Like, I had literally the worst day I've had in a long time. Like, I don't know.
But you were given a shit car, bro.
Well, no, I mean, I can't even fucking say that. Like,
had you practiced on like, maybe tires that bad? You know,
that's all well, not on tires that bad, but on hot track. That's all we practiced on was on 50-degree temps. So we knew it was gonna be hot, but I don't know. It just felt different. Like, it didn't feel.
Do you regret not taking tires? Like, do you think that would have been the play?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No. The plan was not to take tires there. We can't.
I think we took tires 3 times or twice.
Whatever, like, the plan goes out the window when the track is 120 fucking degrees, bro.
It was getting hotter as the race progressed.
Yeah, it was 150 at the end of the race.
Yeah, so like.
Yeah, I didn't
bro, you needed tires, dude. And you probably went through 20% in a lap.
I was glad that Ken spoke up and said that he was sliding. Because Ken spoke up and said he was sliding everywhere, and I was like, fuck. I was like, well, if Ken's already sliding and it's getting hotter, I was like, I need tires.
I would have totally told you to take tires.
You did. You put it in check.
No. I'm saying, Justin.
Oh.
I would have totally fucking, no, take tires, dude.
Yeah. It would have just put us further back, and I still would have been able to catch.
You would have, because you would have had way more grip. Way more grip. I've been racing this race all week, and it's been warm. And today, I was racing somebody, and their question was, do you take tires? And I was like, okay, so you have a choice, right? You could lose 2 seconds over the next 5 laps, or you could lose 10 seconds in the pits and have new tires. Which do you choose?
Yeah. I don't know. I should have been able to maintain it.
I was hoping to see your stream to see what happened, but obviously I just saw you behind me, so I was living in my rearview mirrors until Bill informed me you had an incident, and I was able to relax a little bit, and then you were slowly creeping up again, and I was like, shit, and then you did something else, and then I started relaxing again, and I was like, alright, there's no fucking way. They're gonna bless me a third time with something. And then, sure enough, I got to keep my position, and I think the guy, who was I racing at the end? Somebody.
Volker.
Yeah, Curbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gaining on him, so I was like, this guy did not take tires.
Yeah.
So I knew that.
And that's the difference, dude. That's the difference, man. You know.
I don't know what driver he was. I don't think he's in the challenge class, but that's what I was worried about. I was like, he's still a better driver than me, so. Oof. What a dive. It's alright. Yeah, he still has the inside, so he's gonna take that. Oh, that's long.
Well, time to move forward, and yeah, I mean, we still won the championship.
Did we? I mean, I know we had what?
Yeah.
5. Was it 5 in top 7? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it didn't matter as long as all of our drivers finished the race. We won the championship.
Really?
Good job.
Yeah, we did.
Cool. I hope we get a cool little something. I don't know. I haven't been around.
Tuned.
I haven't been around long enough to know this, and I've never participated in these other ones outside of the regular season races. So it's okay. I'll put a little more practice in, and hopefully I'll have some good results in the challenge.
And we're not the it's not the greatest time to announce this, but I did make instructor.
That's tight. Congrats on that. So are you going to be hosting classes like on the Monday evenings, I think is what they were doing?
Yeah, the EDs, yeah.
Yeah. So like, do you take someone's spot, or do they rotate, or what? What's going on?
No, I think they're just adding more. They're adding more slots for EDs because there's just they were doing 1 a week, and now I think they're going to do 2 a week.
Oh, okay.
So, and I don't think I'm going to be hosting them. I'll just be on track, just kind of helping coach the slower drivers and
side by sides and stuff, and
doing side by sides. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, Mike called me today.
Well, congrats on that. That's an achievement to get asked to coach. Appreciate you, a little fast. We're fucking Lone Star champions. I don't know if we get a cool little trophy. That'd be cool. I don't think so though. As much money as we dump in here, you'd think. Nah, they probably spend it all on fucking race spot. Instructor for the league.
How much a race do you think they pay them?
I don't know. I mean, maybe 100 per caster. I don't know.
20.
I think 100 per race.
Like for per person or per? You know how there was
Nah.
You think they had to divvy it up?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it sounds way better when they have 2. I hate those races when there's just 1. I mean, I don't hate it, but it just
depends upon the instructor, bro. The commentator.
Yeah, some of these guys are really good. Some of them are a bit quiet.
Like, there's a guy that does Formula Middle East, right? Fucking killer, dude. The guy is like, he's the total opposite of well, he's a lot like Maury Walker, but he's way more excited throughout the whole entire race.
Hmm.
And he knows like all the cars and all their names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that helps.
Like he can, if you show him a clip, he'll be like, he could fucking run into it right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? He's like a studio musician. You know, he can just like show him what you want and he'll play it. You know.
Yep.
James something. James, I can't remember what his name is. But he is fucking excellent, dude.
Is that a Race Labs layover you have? Where it shows their lap times?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I'll use iOverlay.
That's an iRating one?
iOverlay.
Oh, that's like a third party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. What's the price on that? How many tacos is that a month?
How many doll hairs?
I think it was like $21 a year.
Oh, that's not bad. I play like $6 for Race Labs and it's slow as shit. It's always lagging. Especially on larger tracks like the Nürburgring. I'm like, I don't even know what position I'm at.
Hear that?
Yeah, he's gonna be an instructor for the PCA League. That's the Porsche Cup. I'm sorry, the Porsche Club of America. And he just joined like, what is that? What are you, like 2-3 months in? Not even?
Well, I just got out my EDEs like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So EDE's like kind of like your tryouts, and that's kind of where they determine where they're gonna place you. So he bypassed all the other classes. I'm in like the beginner class. Well, yeah, technically. Because when you get classed, you get one of four. It's challenge, sport, club, and then pro. And he bypassed the 3 classes and went straight to pro. And then he showed out, and then they were now they're invited, or they've given him, or they offered him to be an instructor. I think it's safe to say they're not gonna boot you for not.
So I asked if, I said, is that a problem that I was just like a test driver? And he said, no, we'll figure it out. So I was like, all right, cool.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm sure they can help with you, with that whole thing. Like
Being able to stay in the league.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll be like, turn the other cheek.
I want to get moved down though. I don't want to be in pros starting off. Like they're just too fast. Like,
do you pay for the league? Yeah, the first year you get it pretty much for free though, and then like your second calendar year you're in it, I believe you have to purchase this thing called Grid Pass. I think it's only like $50. I could be lying, but it's worth it because you get these races and the broadcast, and then every 2 weeks during the season you have a new race. So, and it's cool because they're broadcast every 2 weeks, so it's something to look forward to, and the broadcasts make it exciting. So it's one of the only reasons why I have a PC and started, because if not, I'd still be on my Xbox playing ACC with the 1 or 2 Asians at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
There's like nobody on that platform. Nobody playing. Especially at like 2 a.m. our time.
I think I want to get on this Virginia International Raceway VIR on fucking Porsche Cup.
Oh, I did see that, but the other day, Monday, I was just crashing out. I think I lost like 160 iRating on 2 races. I think one I lost like 73, and then I think 81 on the other one. It was bad. I was like, yo, oh yeah, you got canceled. Cancel culture. That was it. Your stream ended abruptly.
This Daniel Harmon guy though is he's sport. He's in sport right now.
Is sport second or third? Like
second.
Oh, okay. What up, Dad?
So like it goes challenge, sport, club, pro. He's in sport. He definitely needs to be moved up to club. He's really good.
This girl gets all the views. We know why she gets all the views.
Oh.
What's the sim racing girl? She's got an accent. I don't even know. She wears her little tights and she's attractive. She's just Sarah Nochi.
So we all met her at the Sim Gaming Expo.
Yeah, I did see her. Or I saw her in some pictures. I didn't. New comp, you got
her,
bro. Let's go.
Her husband / boyfriend was
So
walking
she's
all
no
around.
Methany, okay?
Oh yeah, Methany's the goat. Wait, what were you saying? Her boyfriend, what? He was mad?
Her husband, boyfriend, whatever, was walking her around like it was super awkward.
Why? He was like bodyguarding her?
Yeah. Like nobody could talk to her or anything, or like she would talk to people, but he would be like right there. So it'd be like,
I
just like calm down, dude. Nobody's trying to take your girl.
I feel like he's the mastermind behind this. Like,
it has to be.
Yeah, like I mean, like he's like, you know what? No one's gonna watch me, but you know who they will watch? You.
Boobies.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. I mean, she can be remote, like she can be average, and the fact that she just plays is like, oh, like guys just fucking, that's so cool, cause you're a girl. Guys are fucking retarded. I'll just be the first to admit. We're fucking dumb.
Just the way we're wired, dude.
Yeah.
It sort of helps the species continue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we ain't
Yes,
shit.
you can pay for the league. It's the Porsche Club of America.
Oh man, I'm just glad my one moment made the
See, you watched Georgia. That's like me watching Georgia for an hour and a half.
Oh man, I was happy. I was like, I'm glad that was captured. I'm glad I did one thing right, and it was captured on camera. Like a tiny.
There's a record of it.
Yeah, it's a record. This thing exists.
I did that.
I did something right. Look at your boy. What is it? About 7 minutes in? It's fucking cooking.
2.1 seconds quicker than Shannon Zaraychuk as the gap is getting closer and closer to 20 seconds. But Volker Krebs for WWZ Team 2 has got Hereford's Patrick Aguirre right behind him as they're coming out of Poggio Secco at turn 3. And this could help with regards to Central Southeast because Longhorn are now in 3rd. Hereford gunning for 4th place.
I gotta bounce out of here. I'm tired.
Absolutely, every position they can get is going to make a big difference in this one. They're not leading the race, but they've got a lot of positions within the top 7 at this moment.
Yeah, you were close.
And that's going to score them very good points. Volker Krebs, like you mentioned, lacking pace at the end. 7 minutes has to survive, and somehow holds back Justin St. John.
It's going to be...
Can anyone join? Yeah,
it's going to be a case of just toughing it out a little bit here.
And you have to be in the PCA to get in.
My eye has not really diverted that much from the track.
The way I did it is because I came across it because I used to do autocross with the Porsche guys.
It is ridiculous how
the
hot the track has been all the way through the race. 121 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees centigrade. And these tyres, I think my ears are burning at the moment, Joe, because they must be screaming blue murder right about now.
No doubt. I'm sure it is difficult, especially for those teams that did not take tires here at the end. They've been doing close to an hour stint now at these temperatures. And that is pretty long. You have to remember these cup cars usually are doing 40 to 50-minute races. Instead, are we going to see a change of position between Krebs and Aguirre? And it looks like Patrick is going to get the inside. He just has to finish the job under braking into San Donato, and he does it. And then Central Southeast with that has 3rd and 4th.
That's how we stole 4th place.
Aguirre was actually 2 wheels on the grass trying to get through on Volker Krebs and just threaded the eye of the needle, just buried the throttle hammer down as Krebs makes a little bit of a gravel kick up going through into Poggio Secco at turn 3, but
look at
bravery
the
there
Sim Racing League.
from Patrick to get the job done. And still the battle for P2 between Messrs. Jerry Wilder and Patterson.
I'm gonna call it even.
That gap has come down.
And
so Patterson might have found a little bit more life left in those tyres. I mean, he was pretty racy in the first opening few laps when those tyres got up to temp.
Deep sleep.
And then they started to plateau.
Outside of
so
that,
maybe he's got a little bit more grip to play with, as Patterson, because Jerry Wilder, let's not forget, as you rightly said, Joe, did not take tyres at the last pit stop for car 421.